Yeah, that's
multiply
hard.
that times like 6 million. Multiply that by like 6 million. We was like that every day in high school. Every day. Like
Man,
even on the weekends.
that's
Lit.
great memory right
Lit.
there, like for real.
Yeah.
Hey man, welcome back to another episode of You Can Be the Judge podcast. I'm Sally.
I'm JB.
And you already know it's your boy MG, aka MGZ, aka MG Too Cool, aka the cool guy. And y'all want to know what we
AKA
got?
Mr. Do Too Much.
AKA Young Hater down at the bottom, but it's cool though. It's whatever. Just know, y'all, hey, we got a special guest with us here today. Y'all, we have
Let them know.
mayoral candidate, AKA
Come on, stop playing.
the future mayor,
Stop playing.
AKA no, let me stop. Let me stop. Y'all get to Googling too much.
Mr. Soon to be.
We have the future mayor of good old Rock Island. Good old Rock Island. We have Mr. Thurgood M.A. Brooks the first. I'll put your hands together.
That's what his Rocky ID said. That's what his Rocky ID said.
Thank you. What's up, hi? How you
Man,
doing that birthday?
bless.
I'm trying to Jabari Marcellus. I'm trying to figure out how he remembers to say all those AKAs and what order he does it in. Does he the same order every time? I'm interested to know.
He does it every single time we get on camera.
Like,
I Marshall, let him know. I literally called Marshall out of nowhere and be like, do that thing for me. I just to hear him do that because they be killing me. It make me cringe. He's so wild.
Dude, I'm at work. He told me, let me just hear it real quick. I'm like, no, I'm at work. He's like, come on, real quick, come on. Like he needed to fix or something.
Then he did it. He was like, AKA Mr. Too Cool, MG Jerry. Like, come on, man. But on camera, he hyped though.
That's funny.
On camera,
he be doing it when we recording
anyway.
our gaming channel videos. He be doing it.
Right. But you
Got to, man.
act all bashful.
The people got to know who I am, man. They got to know that it's your boy MG, aka MG, aka MG Too Cool, aka the cool guy.
It's the
And we
same
give
order.
another video.
It's the same order.
Same
It's the
order.
same order. It's the same.
Marshall,
You can't forget about Eddie
Just like
though.
that
You
in
gotta
all
say
my
Eddie.
interviews.
AKA
No,
I
you
can't say
can't forget about
I
Eddie.
can't say Eddie.
Why not?
I can't say Eddie because that ain't part of it. That ain't part of it.
Oh,
But enough about me. Enough about me. Y'all, we got the future mayor of Rock Island.
we do. Stop playing.
My cousin, my little brother, Thurgood, M.A. Brooks the first. We're gonna get right into this interview, y'all. We're gonna ask the hard-hitting questions so that you guys can know exactly. Y'all can get to know him as a candidate. Y'all can get to know him as your future mayor of Rock Island. So let's get into it. First things first. Mr. Brooks, tell us what urged you to want to run to be the mayor of Rock Island.
Wow. So y'all know me a little bit. So y'all know how invested and involved I am and have been for a while. All my life, even, right? And so since I came back home, I've invested my time in organizations that's already been established, such as the Rock Island NAACP, which I'm a member of, and the Human Rights Commission here in Rock Island. I've also founded two other organizations that you two are familiar with. You know, Touch Cities Entertainment. We do the camps and the shootout.
Temptations, baby.
And also the resolution, which I founded last summer, which is a more policy, political action type deal. And so even when I was in school and I went away, I would come back to Kingston and work in the summer, right? But I was, and I had Jabari even all them summers, you know. That's when I was busting him in basketball, by the way. Side note. Anyway.
That's cap. That is cap. That is cap. That is cap.
And then so my studies were history and political science, right? And so I knew I had to come back home because, in all seriousness, because the reason I came back home every summer instead of being an athlete, you know, staying on campus, being an athlete to get better, I came home because I understood the importance of me coming back home for kids like Jabari, you know? And so even in thinking more long term with my studies and what I wanted to do in my life or what I felt compelled to do, I'm not saying it was necessarily being a politician or being mayor at 27, but it was a deep understanding that I believe Rock Island grows some of the best talent, and that goes from arts to that goes to athletics, that goes to academics, communication, empathy, sympathy, being a human being, right? And I've experienced that at the 3 universities I went to, and just my encounters with as I've grown older traveling. And so, and even a lot of my peers that I've gotten close with that grew up elsewhere that come here and visit or that know a lot of Rock Islanders, they always say something different about y'all, and they love it. And so what I'm getting at is a lot of people like myself and that may have came before me who have these raw and natural talents and are blessed enough to go off to better themselves for whatever the period of time is and whatever capacity they're bettering themselves. I believe they really do want to come back home. But the problem is lack of opportunity or perceived opportunity and coming back home. And that's fixable if we want to address it. But it goes to that saying we have with us cities, so easy it's hard. And that's exactly what I meant when we decided to have that as a model, because it's easy once you become successful to move out the hood and live a good life and keep your kids safe and give them a better life. That's what we're told to do. It's easy, but it's hard. It's a hard thing to do, which is also easy. Let me say this differently. That's easy to do when moving out, but it's hard to live with, because as you get older, you start realizing, well, dang, if I would have taken the harder route, which is stay in the hood, because my property taxes go align with public education. And so I'm upset that the kids I move out the hood, but I'm upset that the kids are not getting the economic base that they need, the foundation they need. But I leave and I'm successful. But I'm taking my successfulness, and people in this community see me being successful, and I grew up in this community. If I leave, I don't get to see that. And so what hope do they get?
Right. And
then how are we bettering that community?
Man.
And so that's the hard thing to do, but it's easy. And so the idea of that, I say, you know what? It's not that I'm this almighty being, but I'm going back home. I was intentional about coming back home and doing putting forth efforts that I believe are, like y'all play sports, football and whatnot, basketball, track. The little things make you a champion. It's the little things that make you a champion.
Definitely is.
And I say that as I reflect on my championship being in track. It's little things that Marshall and Coach Ellis, Coach Lillis, Derek, all the people that taught me a lot of things, little things that triggered, that helped us win. And so I decided to invest in the little things that are cost effective. It take a little more time. Take you having to partner with people. Take you having to build relationships. Take you have to trust and be vulnerable and be courageous to fail. But no, you're not going to fail because you're putting yourself in position, because you're surrounding yourself with the people that understand the need, so long they understand the vision. And so ultimately, this long way to answer is to say that I came home because somebody has to, I believe not somebody, but somebody has to be willing to start the opportunity base. So that way, when y'all get done in the service, y'all be like, yeah, I'm going home. And I'm coming home because I can do this, and this, and this, and this. But I also can, what I love about being here in the town is, especially once we get to reach its potential, I love to travel. I can go wherever I want in this country coast to coast, have a wonderful time, but not come back home. And so ultimately, I just want to do what I can to provide better opportunity so that people are before us and are here now currently that need certain things. There's services that our town needs that just need someone like myself who's intentional and strategic, cares, and works with people, not for themselves.
So I want to, one of the things that you really hit on a lot that really stuck out to me was the, I'm going to kind of paraphrase, but the importance of mentorship and doing for others. So the reason why that kind of stuck out to me is because as we look at the dynamics of that we have going on right now in this episode of You Can Be the Judge of It, myself and son, Marcellus, he's my mentor. And then on the other end of it, Thurgood, your mentor, Jabari, someone who Jabari has said a lot about how he's looked up to you and respected you and been able to get advice and different things from you. I look at this collective of people that we have now. And so like these two are best friends, you and I are family. And then so there's that camaraderie right there that's been built based just off of mentorship, which has allowed me to build a relationship with Jabari and for you to build a relationship with Marcellus. So I said all that to ask, how did Tut Cities and how is Tut Cities, how has it been a catalyst and how will it be beneficial to your mayoral run when and if you become mayor of Rock Island?
Great question. I'm gonna answer that, I promise, but I want to add this. I met Marcellus. It was so weird. I met Marcellus. I spoke somewhere, a college fair or something like that, or it was at Western, I think, here in Moline. But there's a lot of kids there, right? But something about Marcellus stood out to me. I was like, I think I came back, I told Marshall about some kid I met. I was like, I met some kid, and I forgot your name at the time. I was like, I met some kid anyway. And I don't think Jabari's even there. Right? So I didn't recognize you because of Jabari. That's what I'm getting at. Because I would recognize Jabari. So, and then I happened to see you again at a gas station. Like a few weeks later, I was in Moline. I don't know why I was at the gas station in Moline, across from a Brownie Field. And I saw you again. You was pumping gas. And you was like, oh, what's up? And I was like, oh.
I remember that.
And I was like, what's up? And I was like, I got your name again. I think I gave you my car or something. I was like, bet. And I was like, Marshall, his name Marcellus. And then it's ironic that, y'all two are so tight. And I knew Jabari from before.
It's crazy.
So that whole story Marshall said kind of, I believe things happen for a reason. But
because I remember we were sitting at Vic's house and we were kind of prepping for the basketball camp. And I was like, we were talking about how we wanted some younger counselors for the camp. And I was like, well, I'll just call Son. And he was like, Son. I was like, yeah, Corey, Marcellus. And he was like, Marcellus? Like, I know. And so I called him and Jabari was with him. And he was like, yeah, tell him to Jabari. And so that's how.
I remember that.
Like, I was like,
we was lit.
It was like kind of crazy how.
We was playing the game at that time too.
It was. Oh my gosh. It's crazy how things work, man.
That's when we was at state when they called us. We was at the state track.
Y'all was. Yep, y'all was.
Yeah.
Crazy. God is crazy.
Wow.
Man.
So I had to say that when you said that story because I don't know if y'all knew that dynamic. I thought about it when you were saying that story. Marshall, answer your question. How would Tut Cities in my involvement and be the catalyst to my mayoral run and being mayor? You're asking? Okay. So
yes, that's correct.
So with me, it comes down to leadership. The mayor is the leader of the city. Similar to the president, they do not have voting power. So you follow me? So there's 7 councilmen or women, one for each ward in the city, and they have actual voting power on what becomes before the council. You follow me? So budget items, ordinances, they actually, when decisions made, they vote. Okay. The mayor only votes to break a tie in the case that somebody has conflict of interest, so they don't vote. So now it's 3-3, for example. The mayor will break the tie. You follow me? It's the same thing with the president. so to speak. The president does not vote until doesn't push the bill. They just sign it or veto it. Mm-hmm. You follow me? But what the president's strength is, and what they're supposed to be able to do is put forth the vision for the country and work with the House of Representatives and the Senate, who draft up the legislation, pass it in these respective houses for the president to sign. And so I'm getting at is, I believe my ability to, especially with that city, spearhead a lot of these initiatives, has been being a leader who is who works with people who he's working with, who empowers them, trust them to do the job that they're tasked with doing, but also always putting forth the vision behind where we're going and problem solving through things that arise to stay on course with the vision and being transparent about changes. For example, to cities, year 2, we went to 2 days for the camp. The first day of the camp, it was in the morning. We had certain schedules that we ordained. I passed them out, bam, bam, we got them. And someone told people the wrong schedule, unbeknownst to me at the time. And so when we changed, when we rotated, it was all messed up. Okay, now get back to me. We're going back to the assembly or to the auditorium. Marshall, get these kids. I need you. We're going to talk about what we're going to do to change the schedule on the stage. Marshall, I need 5 minutes. We're going to figure this out in 5 minutes. I'll get back to you in 5 minutes. Keep the kids calm. Don't let the kids know. Get the staff to me. We're going to figure it out. Bam. Got back to the stage. Okay, I got these educated people. This is the problem. We're going to figure this out. We figured it out. Marshall, we figured it out. Our tickets, everybody. Okay, get back. Camp's going on. In the meantime, all right, Marshall, come back over here. These people who I collected who aren't with the kids that I need, we're going to figure this out. So tomorrow, we have a concrete schedule. Nothing's going to happen. It's going to be perfect. For that problem alone, there's more problems that happen. And so I'm getting at is, we stayed the course, and we were transparent behind. Okay, there's a problem, so we may not be able to do it like we said before, but this is why we're going to do. So my leadership skills and collaboration skills, and follow through and being consistent with the plan and providing the vision and working with who we have to work with, to be understanding that everyone has a say in this race, and legitimate concerns and thoughts, but stay in the course.
Stay in the course and transparency. Those are the things that jumped out to me. So, excuse me, I'm going to take a jab at the transparency portion of it just for a second. So, in being transparent, we know in the city of Rock Island that there is a distinct divide between the top of the hill and the bottom of the hill. In the way that the treatment of the top of the hill, bottom of the hill, the way the expectations are for people who live on top of the hill versus the bottom of the hill, the way that people live on the top of the hill from the bottom of the hill. Now, as an individual, a Rock Islander who has been a bottom of the hill person for the entirety of both of our lives, while we lived in Rock Island, stepping into this position, can people expect you to have a bias towards the bottom of the hill, people where they're going to be taking precedence and have more of a they'll be at the uppermost part of your mind when making decisions? Is there not going to be a bias where both the top of the hill, the bottom of the hill are going to be treated equally? What is kind of like your mindset when it comes to how you're going to handle that divide and those biases when it comes to top of the hill versus bottom of the hill?
Great question.
Super great question.
And that's, we all been around. And so this is what I'll say. How many mayors have lived at the bottom of the hill?
I don't think any.
Outside of the 70s or so, when almost everybody, until everybody started moving up. You know the stories. How everybody. Yep. So I'm getting at is
migrated.
I'm gonna answer your question, but do we need to be concerned that a mayor on top of the hill would not be concerned about where they are concerned about other areas of the city where they don't live? You follow what I'm saying? And so
I do.
That question is asked to. I'm not saying because of you. Follow what I'm getting at. I'm aware that I'm a 27-year-old black male with dreads who lives at the bottom of Hill Rock Island, running for mayor. But I've lived in Rock Island all my life, except for the 4.5 years I went to school. I coach at Rock Island High School, which is the public school for bottom and top of the hill. So that means I coach kids who live in Milan, even. I coach kids who live on the bottom of the hill. I coach kids who live on top of the hill. My involvement with the local trades and unions to get them involved with the school district pre-COVID was for kids at the bottom of the hill and the top of the hill. The camp that I was referred to earlier, we had kids come from the bottom of the hill and top of the hill. We didn't restrict and or give, you're at the bottom of the hill? Okay, your shirt's free.
Right.
Top of the hill? Oh, I need $20. We didn't do that.
Correct.
And so, while it's a fair question to ask a candidate, I think that's going to be asked of me because, like I said, again, I'm aware of things that I cannot control, except for my hair. I can control that. You know what I'm getting at? And so everything that I have done has shown that I care about Rock Island while being aware of what's going on with what you're referring to. And so my belief is a lot of residents are upset about property taxes, for example, and that gets to a lot of different things, resources that water, public city employee, the whole budget. Citizens have to pay into it. Okay. The problem with Rock Island that you're referring to is that we, from a leadership perspective, have done a lot of talk, but we have failed to invest in all of Rock Island, which, yes, includes the bottom of Rock Island, bottom half of Rock Island, bottom of Hill. And because we have failed to invest in all of Rock Island and or neglect areas of Rock Island, bottom and top, people are not feeling we're getting a return of their investment of the property taxes. So if I live on top of the hill or Southwest Rock Island, although I don't drive on 11th Street and see that there's nothing there, that still affects my property taxes because there's nothing there.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying? And so, leadership perspective, out of sight, out of mind, in my opinion. And so, that's not my approach. It's not out of sight, out of mind. We need to invest in all of Rock Island, young, old, black, white, top, bottom, and half of the hill. You're a Rock Islander. We're going to invest in Rock Island so that way you feel you're getting a return in your investment in Rock Island. Period.
It's crazy that y'all brought up. It's crazy that y'all that y'all started talking about the bottom and the top of the hill, the top of the bottom, because growing up, I've always noticed that I'm not gonna say it was a different treatment, but like for somebody who lived on the bottom of the hill, you know what I'm saying, their whole life, just like y'all did, you could tell, like, just the people on top of the hill, it's just like, it was like a whole nother world up there. I know y'all probably can understand. I don't know why. And I always knew, even from a young age, I'm like, this, it shouldn't be like this. It should not be like this. People shouldn't feel like you should have to move to the top of the hill to feel like you're somebody, or to feel like you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And that's, yeah, I want to see that change over time. And I believe it will, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, in due time. But yeah, that's something I always noticed, even as a kid. It's crazy.
No, definitely. Marcellus, and you're getting, and that's kind of what I was getting to earlier, Marcellus. It's not I'm talking about Rock Island, but it's not just a Rock Island problem. For us, it's the bottom of the hill, so to speak.
Yeah.
Okay. But what we have to do, I believe, in taking accountability, even if you believe you're 100% right, you got to find, because you're athletes, you win a game, go to the film next day, what's your coach going to do? Is he going to be like, no, fix this, and this?
Yeah.
Blew them out by 40.
9 times out of 10, they will.
But they found everything you did wrong, even though you won by 40.
Man,
So what I'm getting at is what we have to do. Yeah, to your point, it does feel that like that, especially growing up, it felt that way and it seemed that way. But somebody has to be like, okay, I'm not leaving though.
Definitely.
Like I said before, I don't gotta. You say people feel like I gotta move on top of this place or be in this neighborhood to feel like I made it or whatever. No, change your thought.
Exactly.
Okay, you made it because of what you're doing.
Right.
If you're happy, you're successful, whatever capacity that is, whatever making is for you, it's not where you end up going. So if you really want to be about that action, like Marshawn Lynch said, love, you feel me? You have to do it.
Exactly.
It's a thought. It start here. So,
man,
I'm never gonna move. I'm investing in a house near Longview, bottom of the hill, and I made a conscious decision, not because anything bad elsewhere, but I'm going to live where people need to see people like myself more.
Exactly.
Because
some hope.
20 years from now, heck, I don't know. Maybe when I'm dead, I don't care. Maybe there's more that because maybe it's proud of something. I don't gotta see it.
Seed getting planted.
See, that's another thing. Like,
so
go ahead, Marshall. Go ahead.
Go, son.
It's gonna be real fast. I'm just gonna say, I've always been a person about change, and I always feel like people, after like it's been a pattern for so long, people think that it gotta stay that one way. When like it's literally nothing that says, oh, you gotta keep on doing this. Just like family wise, you can change. Like, why can't you change this? Why can't it be different? You know what I'm saying? So we need people with that kind of mentality to just, you know what I'm saying, try to change stuff, make stuff shape, because people just,
it's little things.
Exactly.
Little things. You're right. And like I said, it's invested in everything.
Exactly.
Even it's about the example I'm saying, I'll say it short. We can't point a finger and feel like, oh, the top of the hill is like treated a certain way.
Right.
And be like, okay, it's messed up, man. I can't believe like whatever the feeling is. But at the same time, look forward to being on top of the hill.
Man, come on.
So you can't blame, collaborate, work, and do the work. That's what I mean by the coaching. That's what I mean by the coaching analogy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got what you were saying when you were talking about the whole film thing. Like, because, go ahead, Marshall. Ask your question. Because I was going to go straight into just talking.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Answer the question. Ask the question. Ask the question. Because I was going to go off.
Hey,
Go
what you
ahead.
gotta
Go
say, man?
ahead.
No.
Yeah, right.
No.
Right. Don't get shot now.
Go,
Boo.
no,
Let me
no,
say
no.
what
Go
you
ahead.
got.
Ask your question. Go ask your question. Ask your question. Ask your question.
All
I'll
right.
get back to
So
it.
okay. So Thurgood, as we all know, on January 6th, I believe it was not January 6th, January 6th of 2021, there was an insurrection of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C., where citizens of the United States decided to storm the Capitol, and they decided to riot and destroy property, steal property, government property, posing for pictures and photography, and really making a mockery of uh, the Capitol building and this change in power, and one of the greatest position, one of the greatest positions uh, in the United States, the changing of power of presidents. So you and I have had conversation about that whole ordeal and kind of what went on and our own personal beliefs on that. So, as a mayoral candidate and a potential future mayor of Rock Island, what are your thoughts? What are your feelings about the insurrection and kind of like the way things are being handled or things were handled of that in that situation in that circumstance?
Yeah, that was so. As a history guy, I was conflicted because if historians, quote unquote, know what I mean by that, because we love history. You follow me?
Yes, you do.
But that's not
Yes,
history.
you do.
That's not history that I necessarily wanted to be a part of and or see.
Mm-hmm.
You follow what I'm saying? It was
Mm-hmm.
despicable to witness, and put a lot of people in danger. And we may still be in some kind of danger. We may not know due to those actions. And that's not okay. And it was perpetuated by people from top on down, unfortunately, who lead the charge behind these false allegations of voter fraud and stealing of an election. Because you're undermining our democracy where you guys are, thank you, helping to defend. Right? And that's what bothers me because I am running for mayor, which at least insinuates my belief in democracy. And so, as a mayoral candidate, if I were to become mayor, I would, or if I were to lose the election, I would call Mike, say congratulations. I still want to work toward making Rock Island better.
Great attitude.
So
great attitude.
I'm going to work with you. And then I will, if I have to, I'll put out a public statement to my supporters, conceding a loss, not because I want to.
Right.
And move forward. And I believe every elected official and or someone who is running for an elected office should have that attitude and speak, not only have that attitude, but speak to it loud from the mountaintop. So that way we can begin to instill trust into our democratic process, which is beautiful, even if the outcome isn't the one you want every time. That's what makes it beautiful.
So, Thurgood, I want you to give to us your.
1 second.
Yes. Yeah,
Olivia left the kids. I think I seen the lady just crawling. I gotta grab her because I'm nervous. 1 second.
Okay. So, was you finna ask a question?
I was just in a pull up. I seen this meme on my phone. earlier today,
What's
and
going on with your screen, your
to show
camera?
mine
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
green on mine.
for real. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just waved my
On
hand.
my screen it's green.
Mine.
Like when I'm looking at it,
Yeah.
in my view, my POV, I'm seeing a green screen.
On Marshall's.
Like I see you on yours.
Oh, okay.
Like I see you, but it's just green.
I don't even know. I honestly have no idea. I just tried to refocus my camera because I could tell it was like blurred, but
Okay.
You're not green over on mine.
I don't know. Mine probably tweaking.
It's all
You green on mine.
technology. I am.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm back. My bad.
I just want to know. I always want to pull up this meme because I seen this meme on my social media. Hold on, what they talking about? Okay.
I'm messing y'all schedule up. I'm so sorry. I feel bad.
Oh no, you good. I just wanted to show this meme that I seen. They said this was the security at the Capitol building. It's literally a Cheeto, bro. It's literally a Cheeto. I say they stupid, man, cause like they ain't lying. Like people was just up in the free roaming, bro. Like they was at a
but
garage
it's true
sale.
though.
They was at a garage sale. People were showing out.
That's how the Capitol was when we was doing our protests and all that. When they was doing the Black Lives Matter protest, the Capitol was like how they had for the Area 51.
Yeah,
they was out there standing ready.
Posted.
Yeah.
But that ain't none of my business.
Man, you don't
I'm
mind.
just a soldier trying to protect, trying to serve and protect. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do.
I know I don't ask the questions, but don't forget your question, please. And this can be off the record if y'all want. But how what's the feeling on a base when something like that happens?
Marshall, go ahead.
I wasn't technically on my base when it happened. But in some of the short conversations I've had with people, there's been like a lot of confusion, a lot of disappointment. I'm pissed because now that stupidity was allowed to happen, now my battle buddies who I went to basic with, who I went to AIT with, who are National Guard and Reserves, now their lives are put on hold back at home and put in danger to have to go and try to serve and protect in a building where officers who were supposed to be held in the same veil as us, who were just allowing people to come in and do whatever the hell they wanted to do, whatever the fuck they wanted to do.
Come in.
So people who I like literally like we were sleeping in dirt holes and rucking and crawling and lifting and doing all kind of stuff off 2 and 3 hours of sleep for 10 weeks at a time, who were like me, for example, who went straight from basic to AIT to my first duty station and didn't see my family. Like it's like spending the holidays away from them. And I don't even have kids, or I'm not married, but like my battle buddies who are married, who have kids, who have to be pulled away from them to defend people who really don't care. And kind of just, it's a huge slap in the face. It's kind of literally feels like you're getting spit in the face and getting shat on. Like nobody, like they just don't care. Like the people who want to say thank you for your service, but you don't even have the decency to respect a building that now that you've made those idiotic decisions, my battle buddies, my people who I genuinely care about, their lives are now at risk because of, it's not even like foreign terrorism. It's like domestic. It's like right there in your own backyard. It's just disappointing. Disappointing is probably the best word for me.
Yeah, definitely going off of that. Like Marshall said, definitely like disappointing and it's frustrating because this is like America, man. Like I got the flag up right here. Slash where I'm currently at, Okinawa, Japan. Disclose information, but whatever it is, what it is. It's just like, man, I love my country, and it's just like when stuff like that happen, you just be like, come on. Whether I'm in the military or not, bro, it's just like, come on. Like people, it's just people, man. Like you say, it's like it's hypocritical because them same people, they thank you for your service, but then y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's like they basically saying F everything and everybody at the same time, and I just feel like it's just highly disrespectful, man. And I don't know. I don't think the Marines are deployed over there right now, unless you're already in DC for a Marine security guard or whatever. But like, it's just crazy that anybody even had, like the net guard or anybody even have to do all that. You know, they have to deploy people over there just to protect something like that because people want to show out. You know what I'm saying? And it's just it's ridiculous.
Like
People
I
are
saw
out
the
of
pictures
hand.
of my battle buddies like sleeping on the ground, like 2 and 3 feet apart. I've read the statistics where a bunch of them ended up getting COVID-19 because they were all forced into that to protect the building.
Right.
Like their lives are literally at, like, as a person who had COVID-19, I know that it's not a joke. It's a very serious virus. People who have died, I have family members who have died from COVID-19. It's nothing to joke about. Like, it's very serious. Like, and as they're learning more and more stuff about it every day, it becomes more and more serious, more and more real. So like that's all. It's very irritating as a serviceman, honestly.
Yeah.
Irritating, frustrating, disappointing.
I bet.
Stupid.
I bet.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I'm not saying I don't know, but I seen it's kind of off topic. I seen people talking about or upset that they're sleeping in the Capitol building. But if I understand anything about defense, like it can't go to a hotel.
You
They
can't.
got to defend the building.
You cannot.
No.
You got to
cannot,
stay
no.
there. You got to be ready to defend, right?
Exactly.
So it's not
Literally
a
24/7.
mistreatment. It's not a mistreatment. It's a defense. So
yeah.
you got to be, if you're gonna be mad at the fact that they have to. Hold on, Maddie, can somebody grab the baby? The baby just crawled.
Baby geniuses.
Oh, bothering me because you know how I am, Marsh, about kids putting stuff in their mouths. Oh, like they find everything. Anyway, but if you're gonna be upset about soldiers or our military, whomever being and sleeping on the ground, you gotta be upset why they're doing that.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm with y'all on that. It bothers me.
Yeah, I didn't even
Like
know
we're
people.
trained to do that, but it doesn't doesn't take away from the fact, like, the reason why it has to be done in that moment is just, it's idiotic.
Yeah, I didn't even know people were upset that people were sleeping that military members had to sleep inside. I didn't even know people were sleeping inside the building.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
I'm gonna find a picture. I'm gonna send it to you.
I'm like, we can't go to the Marriott. You can't go to Best Western Plus. You got to be up in there. We got to be ready to, you know what I'm saying, do what we got to do if need be. So, because folks want to show out.
It's like, what if something pop off? You can like tell the person, "Oh, give me 10 minutes because they stuck in traffic. You got to get them from the Marriott over here." Yeah,
I gotta call for this taxi just to get downtown.
Like, you don't want to be undermanned, right?
Exactly.
You can't be undermanned. You can't send half to the hotel. Okay, you're trying to sleep. No, you can't do that.
Right.
Because you already see what's been happening.
How it works.
You already see what's been happening.
Right.
But yeah.
Stupid.
I'm sorry. That was an assumption that I was kind of asking y'all. I was like, don't that make sense? It makes sense to me. Like,
no, it definitely does.
Nobody wants to sleep on the ground, but if they're there to defend, they have to do certain things. So
yeah, it has to be done. Yeah.
So
you good. I got a couple more questions for you, TB. This one here being, I want you to give us or give the people, if you were to officially become or win the election to become the mayor of Rock Island, what would be the first 3 things or the top 3 things on your list of things you want to accomplish during your term? Or can you give us like a time frame of the top 3? Like your first one, you want to get that done in 6 months. Your second one, you want to get that in like the first year. Like kind of like give us the top 3 things.
So first, the way I like to lead is I don't want to assume, and I don't want to walk in and make decisions. I mean, we've done our research. We have an understanding of a lot of the problems that's going on in the city, right? From the budget, services, water, roads, everything, police, everything, right? And so I will meet with the department heads in the city because that's how the city functions. The mayor, so if I may, the mayor is not a full, by description, for the city of Rock Island, it's just city of Rock Island is a city management type government, which means the mayor is technically a part-time staff of the city. The city manager is a full-time employee, and they oversee all of the city departments and answer to the city council and mayor. You follow me?
Okay.
So the day-to-day operations are not in the hands of the mayor. You follow me? It lies in the delegated positions. City manager, public works, police chief, blah, blah, blah. Not blah, blah. You get what I'm getting at. Okay?
Blah, blah,
and so meet with, understand their needs, concerns, questions already. Further, go with the vision that we're headed within each department, either at that present time and or within a deadline, a X amount of time, and then work toward what we need to address between what was brought forth from the department heads, and then what we have to do in the city as a whole that aligns with the vision that I would have been elected to try to fulfill. You follow me? And so
I am.
That's one thing. And then also look at how we can do the small things, work toward our partnerships. I think that's something we can do immediately. It doesn't take much, in my opinion, to have an active partnership with the school district here in Rock Island. That opens the doors to a lot, and I don't think that lines on my vision for Rock Island, but a lot of doors for period.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would immediately, upon understanding needs and whatnot, try to seek out how we can gain partners. Because we understand we have financial hardships, but the city still has to provide services. I understand that. That's my position as a candidate. So what can we do to work with people where we don't have to put more on the taxpayer, but they're reaping the benefit while addressing what we have to address within the parameters of what the taxpayers are doing and paying for. So really gets down to just being steadfast and working on how we're going to build a clean and green economy, healthy and stable communities, and affordable and attractive housing for all residents.
I was just sitting here thinking while you were talking.
The Obama.
You have been like, yes.
Yep.
That Obama.
The Obama. Yeah.
We must fight.
And you know the crazy part is Thurgood has been like this all of his life. Like I don't want people to think that this is just something that he just woke up one day and was like, okay, I'm gonna be mayor. So then he changed his whole dialect and how he speaks.
Way of life.
No.
Right.
Thurgood has been like this all of his life. Everything is like,
you told us that
if
too.
you ask this man a question, you better be ready to literally sit there and wait for him to come to have a very, very, very thought out answer. And you're going to sit there and you're going to hear what he got to say. And then you need to really listen and understand what he's saying. Don't listen to respond. You got to listen to understand. So he's been like this all. So like, this ain't a facade. This ain't a fake. This is true chiz right here. This true chiz. This how it's always been. Yeah. So my next question we have to talk about your campaign team.
Yes.
Your party members. We need to speak about. So if you can give us a rundown of your people, their titles, what they're doing, just so that we know who you got, who's in your cabinet, who's doing what, or I don't know what the political term is. I'm assuming it's cabinet.
It's fine.
Okay.
Cab, you can call it cabinet. I refer to them as my team, as you said.
Okay.
But they're amazing. Wow, I have a really great team. I really do, and I mean that. I'm the one. I got a card next to me. I'm the one do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my face, right? It's my name, but it's them, right? And so, they teach you in school in your political science that candidates do not win elections. Campaign teams do, but candidates can lose elections.
This is correct.
And so when I was blessed enough to reach out to these individuals, and I'll give the heads of I'll tell you who's the leader of each group. I close the door. So when I reach out to them, I was fortunate enough to I just got lightheaded from standing up. You know that happens.
Yeah. You get old, man.
He said,
"Welcome to the elder years."
I'm human. See. But no. When I reached out to them, I was fortunate enough to obtain a team that is well versed and dedicated to Rock Island. And what I'm saying is, I told them all once we had our first meeting as a team in August. I told them that very thing. I said, I'm not gonna. I won't lose election for us. And I trust you guys. And so, my campaign managers. So what I did with my team, have 20 individuals, and I paired them up in each department best I could. So my team is diverse from sex, race, religion, age, everything. And so, as a historian, the Greeks, what I love about the Greeks, when they ruled in Greece back in the day, what they did was they had people who made the decisions, so to speak, right? Statesmen, I don't think called statesmen, but they had people who made decisions, right? But they referred to the elders for wisdom. And these elders were the older people who have been around, of course, had leadership roles, all that. But the elders, they didn't necessarily have voting power. They didn't have direct influence on what happened in the community or where they lived. What they did do is, by being referred to them, in order to provide wisdom and collaborate and use that youthfulness in those people who have the energy, who are interested to bring out the best for Greece. And so with my team, and what I try to do anyway with my team, my campaign managers, for example, is Mariah Shivers, who has been a part of us for Touch Cities and everything we've done.
Shout out to Mo.
And they don't necessarily have political experience, which I didn't care about. Get the jobs done and what your expertise are.
Right.
And so Mariah is my co-campaign manager. She's a day younger than me. And Uncle AJ is my co-campaign manager. So he's in his 50s, late 50s. Okay. I know Uncle AJ is going to, for me, my campaign manager, I need certain things. I need them to keep me level-headed, help me think. I need them to keep my schedule and tasks, me organized, help, and they can put the message out when I can't speak because I'm busy, or maybe they got to go talk to the media for me, or they got to make sure that if I'm being a candidate, everything's running smooth at the bottom, or from top bottom. You follow what I'm getting at? And so
absolutely.
Between the two, and also what I try to do with, because they're all volunteers, and what I try to always do with people who work with me from, even with Tech Cities and Resolution, everything we do is appreciate people's time. And so I'm asking you to help us out. So by pairing them, you don't have to expend yourselves and take away from being a husband, wife, brother, sister, daughter, whatever you are, right? And so Mariah can learn from Uncle AJ. He can learn from her. And she can do certain things that I need a campaign manager to do, keep my schedule in tap. I got us connected for this event we're doing right now. Uncle AJ, if I need something, Mariah can do it, but she doesn't actually want to talk in front of the camera. Maybe not. She want to be in front of media. Maybe she can't. Uncle AJ, if I need something, he can articulate a message. And it would sound like it came from me. And it will come from me in the campaign. You follow me? While also working and keeping everything straight. So that's my campaign managers. I have a finance team. One individual, he had to leave, but he's still helping us out. He's older. He's retired. He's a accountant. He's an accountant, and he's a treasurer of the Rock Island County NWC for years. Treasurer of Second Baptist. Has all this great experience behind, and even behind political. He did experience behind being a political campaign, but it's really finance part and understanding finances. So I got him with a mid-aged Damon Coven, bank director. I also pulled in, y'all know Ty, Lewis. Y'all know he's going to school to be a banker. Okay, Ty, come help out, learn from these two cats. Bam, bam. I need your help with my campaign team. Y'all all can work behind the finances, communicate. You don't gotta, once again, your time is appreciated. You don't have to spend yourself too much, but use your expertise, work together, you're learning from each other.
Exactly.
And getting it done. Okay, it's my finance team. My events team. Reach out to same thought. So we're learning from each other. My field operations. Okay, I have somebody who's very astute and active and engaged, who understands how to track numbers and whatnot, so to speak, and what it takes to run a campaign from getting votes out. You follow me? So, okay, I can get you with someone who's younger, who may not know much, who has a fire, who wants to learn. Bam, let's figure this out. We'll learn as we go. Okay. And so my media team, great. I showed you my card, same thought. And these people are great. Vic, Moses, Kiera, Amy. They're great at, Vic's a phenomenal everything. Be honest, but he can record, he can make shirts. That's media. Kiera is a phenomenal editor. She can make flyers. She can do video. She can write a script. Amy, same thing. Moses, he can make a website. And so now they all can post for the social media pages when I can be a candidate. You follow me? And that helps us be successful in what we're trying to do overall in this goal. And so I have a great team that I am very fortunate. And I'm as blessed that, that they are committed to, getting the goal completed. And I'm excited that regardless of what's going on, we're collaborating with people who didn't know each other, and we're learning from each other. And that's making Rock Island better in itself already.
Amazing. Wonderful.
Like the diversity
exactly
and experiences, that diversity in sex and origin and age and religion and ethnicity, and just like this was needed. When it's too much of the same, my grandmother used to always say, if you have too many yes men behind you, you will never ever grow.
Yep.
Exactly.
You have to have some people. You have people who will challenge the way you think, who will challenge the way that you move. Because when you are uncomfortable, that's when you grow. You don't grow when you're comfortable.
My mom just told me that the other day.
And I don't know if y'all saw
You're going through that right
You're
now.
right. I had my first Thursday with Thurgood this Thursday. I spoke a little about myself, my family, and I say this all the time about my siblings, my MG, jokingly and whatnot. Y'all keep me humble. So, and I said that, man. And I said they probably watch right now, and they're gonna be gunning me about something I'm doing right now. So now,
Definitely.
y'all going. And I said to say, so I might get 1,000 shares, but I go to the crib and I'm cooling, I'm having a good time. Oh, Thurgood, you ugly. Oh, bam.
Definitely.
That shows.
So all that is needed. And that's a sincere prayer of mine. And that's joking and whatnot, but even when we're not joking, we keep each other in check. But a sincere prayer of mine is, that I had discernment, and I will always, not that I won't change, but I'll always be committed to the intentions that I've always had behind how I move and how I interact with people, regardless of how well I'm doing. And I can't do that. I can't do that alone because I'm human.
Right.
But the people around you will do that for you because they're gonna check you.
That's right. Now, I want to play a game. I love from back on the Couch Chronicles. I love a good game. I love a good game.
I ain't telling about a game.
And we're all
I ain't know nothing about
all going
it.
to be involved in this. We're all going to be involved in this.
Come
okay.
on.
This game is called This or That QC. Okay. So what's going to happen is we're going to name two different QC places. Okay. They're going to be a similar, so it might be two pizza joints or two gaming joints or two stores. And how this is going to work is we're going to vote. We're going to vote on which we think is best.
Let's get it.
And that's how it's going to be. Okay. So we're going to start. We're going to start here. Okay.
Are there any Rock Island versus Rock Island ones?
Absolutely.
You gonna say Harris Pizza?
This or that QC. Okay. We'll start with Pizza Son because that's your favorite food.
You gonna say Lonnie Ray's?
This or that QC. Lonnie Ray's.
I was just saying something.
This or that QC. Alfano's or Harris Pizza.
I already know my answer.
Son,
my
son, go first.
Alfano's all day. I ain't even gonna play with Harris like that. They cool, but Alfano's they straight.
Son.
Alfano's. We already had a discussion. I said Alfano's is my favorite pizza spot in the QC.
Alfano's, okay. I agree. I'll go with Alfano's, a greasy ass pizza, but I'll go with Alfano's.
Fire.
Boy.
Got sweet. It's sweet. I'm going
Clean
Alfano's.
sweet.
It's unanimous.
Clean sweet.
Oh, I got one.
By unanimous decision, the pizza place of Rock Island.
Harris Pizza does great for Rock Island though.
They definitely do.
Thank you, Thurgood, for your political response. Thank you, Thurgood. Go ahead, son.
I have a great one for y'all, and it's gonna really let me know where y'all where y'all heads at. Whitey's or Country Style? Come on.
Hey, so look.
I was waiting on this one.
So look. Y'all probably gonna get on my heel. I have never had Country Style. I never had Country Style. Never. I've been going to Moline, driving past it and all that. I went to Moline High School. Never had
right across the street from.
Never had it. Never had it.
Dang. I know he crazy.
So
he's really
I'm gonna
crazy.
have to go Whitey's. Even though I'm not like a huge fan of Whitey's, I'm still gonna have to go Whitey's.
And it's open in the wintertime.
They are.
Fire.
I would go with Whitey's as well. Whitey's is definitely my go-to.
I'm going with Whitey's on 18th Avenue in Rock Island.
It's a triple threat. I'm Country Style all day.
Oh, you're one of the. He's Muck Foline. He's one of those.
No,
he's a Moliner.
Here we go. Hey, that is so crazy. What are the odds that both of y'all will have mentor kids that went to Moline and y'all both from Rocky? What are the odds that happen though?
And I hate it.
He said, "I hate it."
His son should have graduated from Rocky.
I should not.
hate
But it's okay though. It's okay though. Whatever.
We had a shirt.
All right.
Actually, saying this. Don't cut this out. We had a shirt that we made when I was in high school. It said Muck Foline. That's how I feel to this day. And it was shirt with all. We made that shirt. Kids from Moline was so pissed. It was like,
Yeah,
it was so.
wow.
They were so pissed. It was so pissed.
Y'all remember? I don't
They talking
know.
about some Ruck Faki.
Yeah,
That's what they said.
out here.
Ruck Faki.
That's fine.
Out of here.
Y'all can
It's
say
It's the
Muck
same.
Foline.
It's the same as
Yeah.
Monopoly. It don't make sense. It's stupid
No,
either way.
y'all
It's stupid
said
either way.
we-
It may be stupid. It may be stupid, but we were the originators at doing it, and it was so hot. And
Wow.
Thank you.
because the response, we didn't respond how they responded. We was like, y'all lame. They were pissed at us. They were like, what you mean, muckful? Like, huh?
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
response-
back in y'all era, but in our era, we ain't care.
I got a question.
we started it. It was new. That's what. Yeah, you're right. There we go.
I got a
But-
question.
Innovative.
Who started those? I think it's called Query Crazy shirts that had the good, the bad, the ugly on the back. You know what I'm talking about? I've seen them shirts.
So every year, like each class had their own shirts, or they did their own thing for Corey Crazy, because Corey Crazy's they just mimicked it off the Duke team. Was it with Corey something with Duke Suit Section? Corey.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
back in the day, they mimicked it off that. So we were the Corey Crazies here at Rocky. So every class did their own flavor, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember I got one of those shirts. I don't know how. And it had the good, obviously Rocky.
The bad,
and
the ugly.
bad was all of them.
Because you wanted to be,
the bad was
because
UT.
low key, you wanted to be a Rocky graduate. You wanted to go to Rocky.
That's when I was
Because
on
we
Rocky.
did everything. We did everything. Rock Island. We did Rock Island basketball, Rock Island football, like Little Rocks, all that. We did everything Rock Island.
Exactly. Y'all
But-
should have been. Exactly.
But what happened was, I don't know.
Oh, no, man.
Exactly.
Oh, no, man.
Man.
So I had that shirt, and like I said, y'all know I started going to Moline, and I had the shirt, but I wanted to wear it so bad. But I'm like, I can't go into Moline and they say the ugly.
I know exactly what he did. I know what he did.
Jabari knows. So I took a Sharpie, I crossed out the ugly, and I put, I think, the
The
best.
great.
Yeah,
You put the
great. Yeah.
The good, the bad, the great.
How dare you disrespect?
That's something I would have did. That's something I would have did, though. I love
For
it.
sure. I'm sorry,
Hey, but
I
look.
can't go to school like this.
I was Rock Island so heavy when I first went to Moline my freshman year. We went to basketball camp.
Oh my god.
I had on the Rocky
Oh
Rocky
my God.
basketball shorts. They tried to kick me out the gym.
I'm like Jabari. I
But
was
look,
like Jabari
the
is
crazy
so
thing was,
dumb.
I didn't care. I still went out on the court and I still hooped. I didn't care what they was talking about because, like, bro, this is I grew up playing Rock Island basketball. I'm not finna, throw out these shorts just because I'm Moline. No, I'm still Rock
Century long
Island.
rivalry right there, son.
I was like Jabari is so dumb. He is not doing this.
Bro, I did not care. And I was still living in Rock Island going to Moline. So
Traitor.
That you two are a microcosm of why I'm running for mayor of Rock Island, because I'm tired of us losing our talent elsewhere.
Exactly.
man,
'Cause they
blame it
both
on the
should
Rock
be,
Island coaches.
Hey,
Blame it on them
I'm running
coaches.
for mayor so we can keep all Jabaris and Marcelluses in Rock Island.
Exactly.
All the
Positive
time.
attitudes.
Calm down, son.
Positive
All right, I got
attitudes.
another one. I don't know how much Son and Son can do this one, but I got
Son.
another one.
Mm.
He finna say
Rock Island Hy-Vee or Eagles.
Ooh,
I heard about Eagles. I don't
Eagles.
think I never been.
Eagle.
I ain't never heard of
They
it.
don't know what Eagles is. They don't know what Eagles is.
No, I don't think so. No.
Have y'all heard of the Rock Island Country Market?
Stop playing. Yes.
So before it was the Rock Island Country Market, it was called Eagle.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it was called Eagle before it was called Rock Island Country Market. So
Okay.
Eagle was like
Yeah.
my grandpa swore by Eagles. Like,
Yes.
that man, my grandpa was
It was
Eagles
like
every day.
all these on steroids.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now it's
But it was all name brand food.
now it's Dollar General or something like that. They changed it from the country
Yeah,
market.
dollars. Half of it, partial of it is like Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me,
Wow.
I'm gonna go with
What you
Country
got,
Market.
son?
I'm gonna go with Eagles. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm all
Eagles.
about
Eagle.
throwback and stuff that's like
Mm.
what's it called? Like nostalgia house. What's the word?
Nostalgia, yeah, nostalgia.
I'm all
yeah.
about that. So definitely, because that Eagles
Okay,
for sure.
okay.
It's unanimous. It's unanimous.
Sweet.
The Eagles. So you
High
got
V
the Eagles.
cool and
Okay,
all.
Eagles,
High
Eagles,
V
Eagles,
cool and
Eagles,
all, but
Eagles. Okay,
We,
okay.
we know it's a helpful smile on every eye, but we got to go with Eagles. Sorry, y'all.
he's funny,
All
bro.
right. Mexican food. Mexican food.
I know what you about to say.
La Rancherita.
I-
La Rancherita
Mm.
or Azteca.
I'm going Lawrence. I'm going Lawrence.
I'm going Azteca.
I'm going Lawrence.
Oh, no,
Shout out.
no. Not, hold on, wait. I recant that. La Rancherita or Los Agaves. That's what I meant to say. La Rancherita or Los Agaves, and I'm running with Los Agaves.
Rudy's. No, I'm just playing.
Ew. Ew.
Right.
I haven't had
Yeah.
Los Agaves in a minute, so and I just had Lawrence like not that long ago, so I'm still gonna go Lawrence.
I'll probably go.
And let me throw one.
Oh,
Let me throw
no.
one just for funsies. Acapulco.
I've never been there. I seen it, but I ain't never been there.
Gosh, my mom used to
Rock
take me there
Island
all the
Classic.
time. Yes.
Marcel's having his brain about to explode.
On me,
Because
he going through it.
Cause my mom, man, and she used to take me to these places, and that's when I first got introduced to that goat cheese, and I was like, "Mom, you wild for even getting that." But it but it's fire though. It's fire. Like I said, I'm all
Yeah.
about the OG stuff. So I'll probably go with Acapulco,
Nostalgia.
just cause.
Acapulco. Okay.
Just
Okay.
had-
So
just
Thurgood, you
cause.
got the mayor. You're gonna have to break the tie. It's a
All right,
three-way tie.
First of all, you didn't say one of my favorites, Rock Island favorites. You got to shout out El Patron for one.
Wait, what?
But
Can I forget El Patron?
but
Shout out to El Patron.
I had some other day. I'm gonna go with
It's so fire.
La Rancherita. Steak tacos, steak enchiladas.
Those steak tacos are a hit. They steak tacos are a hit.
Fire.
I got something for y'all for real. Y'all might ask me what I know about this, but let's not get into that. But I don't know if these are the same places, but I'm just throw it out there.
Okay.
The Chinese food in the district, the rice, or like the Chinese kitchen. Did that come from the same place, or is it two different separate like things?
It's two separate.
Okay.
Two separate. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so the district Chinese little food cart or the Chinese kitchen right there by the Holiday Inn.
Chinese kitchen.
Chinese kitchen?
Chinese
Ooh.
kitchen, bro.
Chinese
Chinese
kitchen, yeah.
kitchen.
Chinese kitchen
Chinese
is fire.
kitchen.
Chinese kitchen, yeah. Chinese
Ooh, Chinese
Chinese
kitchen,
kitchen.
bro.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I would have thought like at
I
least
put it like this, Marcel. I know where you getting at. I think
you know
so.
what
I'll
I'm
say
saying?
it like this: there's a time and place when that food is. That's how
Okay. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, right,
Sure
right.
and it really is a time and place when it's amazing, and
It
I
is.
don't want anything else but that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But-
yeah.
I'm going Chinese shit kitchen.
I understand. You sure right. It is a time and a place, and we ain't gonna get into that time and a place, but it's a time and a
Exactly.
place for that district rice, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they both a hit. That's a draw between for me, especially that rice fire.
Man, fire!
A hit.
Okay.
When
Here
it's
we
that
go,
time.
y'all. I'm about to spit some fire these next couple ones, okay?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Washington Warriors, Edison Eagles.
Boy, what? Eagles all day, shorty. What are you talking about?
Come on, man.
Blue
Stop
gold.
playing.
Warriors.
Blue gold.
Y'all both went to
I'm a-
Washington?
And black,
They both
red,
went.
and black.
Bro, what are the odds, bro? Like, bro, like what?
I did not know y'all both went to Washington. I thought at least one of y'all was Edison Eagles.
Hey, you in there too, because you went to Washington too.
But check me out.
You went to Washington for a little bit too.
I had to. And I hated
And
it.
then you became a John Deere Spartan.
I hated it.
Look,
I hated
you should be
Washington.
honored that you was a Washington
Yeah.
Warrior.
Yeah, because he was moving around like it was nothing.
But let me say this. I first started off at Edison because I went to Earl Hansen. That was in the area, district or whatever. But I moved to Washington because my mom got inducted into the hospital because she was doing through her stuff. So I moved in with my aunt that lived on top of the hill. So I had to go to Washington. I hated my life, man, because I just didn't go get to the reasons why. But then my mom came back. Then that's when we decided to move to Moline. So I went to John Deere. Out of all them schools, John Deere probably the best. Not a fan. I'm Edison all day though.
Don't do that. Don't do too much.
Addison
Don't get on
Eagles,
here
bro.
doing too much.
Addison.
Don't get on here doing too much because I will come
Addison.
to Japan just to beat you up. Don't
And
do
John
that.
Deere's
Don't get on
right
here doing too
second.
much.
John Deere is second.
You, you're a hater.
And watch
Okay.
all day, every day.
Exactly.
I never be Edison.
Thurgood.
It's all good.
Thurgood. It's time to start hurting some feelings. I got 2 personal ones coming up. Okay.
I
What?
bet. Oh,
I got
Last
2
chance.
personal ones, and then we gonna end it with no. 2 personal. 2 personal ones, and we're gonna end it with a very broad, not Quad City specific. Okay, so the personal one, first personal one. Pete Michael or Chasen Randall?
Chasing.
Ah,
a guy. I ain't say nobody but chasing.
Just because I'm related to
You
him
already
about
know
man.
I'm rolling with the homie.
That's fair.
I'm going with Chase. I said Champson. Chasing simply
Every day.
because of the fact that
And hey,
that's,
love the
that's
Pete.
like my era.
Love the Pete.
Yeah,
But-
for sure. He did his
Mhm.
thing.
If I had to meet you, Pete, I ain't never met you. I don't think. If I meet you, that's awesome. But going with Che
Got to.
every day. Shout out to
Straight
Chasen.
up.
Since you asked the question, shout out to Chasen. Stanford's all-time leading scorer.
Come on, man. Stop playing. Let him know. Let him know.
I watched that game when he was going. Like
Mhm.
I watched that game.
Yes, awesome
Okay.
game to watch. And I believe the same game or game before, I think it was Oregon. I don't remember what it was, but I watched that too. Leader in three-point
Yeah, yeah.
for
Yep.
Stanford as well. Rebound leader for Rock Island High School. Points leader for Rock Island High School. State champion for Rock Island High School.
I
In
watched
the-
that state championship game too.
Mhm.
Beyond athletics, he was a valedictorian of our class. Got
Yes.
That's
got a
amazing.
degree at Stanford
That's
with a
amazing.
GPA of 3.0 and above. In less than about 3 years, got his bachelor degree. Is dedicated to his community,
Let him know. Let him know.
invest
Let
in his
him know.
community when he can,
Mhm.
however he can. Great guy. I had to give him a shout out because I know that for a fact. And you know, I like to give people their flowers. Period.
And has the
While
best
they're-
basketball camp in all the America. Stop playing.
Great dude.
That basketball
Great
game
time.
was fun.
Great time. Every
Liddy,
single time.
Liddy.
I can't wait to do it.
Liddy.
We used to attend
that
it
can't-
and we
that
worked
can't
for
either.
it. Stop playing. Come on.
Yeah, can't wait.
Great times.
All right, Thurgood, here we go. I don't know how much Son and Son can participate in this one either. Duncan Reed, Tom Sigel.
See, my mom told me about Duncan Reed.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
Uh,
I'm gonna go him just because the stories that she told me, like he was a
okay,
goat. So I'm gonna have to rock with him.
okay. Duncan Reed, okay. I gotta go with my boy Tom Sigel. I ain't even finna hold
I got some
y'all.
animosity
Tom
towards him.
Sigel. Tom Sigel. Look, when I was in high school, the first thing I used to say to Coach Sigel, I'd be like, Coach Sigel, we friends? He'd be like, yeah. So now after I graduated, he always be like, hey, Marshall, we friends? I'd be like, yeah, of course we friends, Coach Sigel. Like, we that's the homie right there.
I remember
Shout
you
out
do
to
that.
Tom
I remember you used to do it all the
Tom
time. For that.
Yeah. Yep, that's my boy. That's my boy.
I got one. I don't want to keep this going forever because I can be on this all day, but y'all bring back some of the
I
memories.
know. This is a fun little game. Good,
Right.
son.
Melvin's or Jiffy's? Come on. Melvin's or Jiffy's? Come on. Melvin's or
Melvin's.
Jiffy's?
Melvin's.
Melvin's.
I've been to Melvin's.
Pickles.
Melvin.
Fire.
I've been to
Melvin's.
The
Melvin's.
little fruities. Yeah, the fruities.
Melvin's,
Come on,
bro.
man. Come on,
Ooh,
Melvin's. And it's
Faze.
going
I'm going with Jiffy's.
What about
I'm
Faze
going
though?
with Jiffy's.
What about Faze?
Jiffy's.
Faze?
Because I went to
Faze.
Hawthorne Irving, and we used to go to Jiffy every morning before school.
Yeah.
Faze is
Buy
a staple
bags
in the
of
black
hot
community.
Cheetos. Yeah. Jiffy's. I gotta go with Jiffy's.
Clutch to shout out to Faze.
Mm-hmm.
That family is amazing, by the way.
Love them. Love
Shout out
them.
to them.
And the Green Stone. Mm-hmm.
Oh, shout out to Greens. Hey,
Amadou used to be my landlord.
shout out to
Oh, for real, shout out to him. Shout out to
Yeah.
him.
Great man.
All
Hold it
right.
down.
Son, you did give me a good little one. I'm gonna run with this one real quick. The Last Chance or Shenanigans?
Ah man.
That's for y'all too. That's for y'all too.
I've been in.
That's for you and Thurgood.
I've been in
Hey,
last chance.
I've been to
before.
the last chance. I had like a family thing there, but
Oh man.
Oh, my
OG.
God.
OG all day.
Hey, can I use the right one of the rights that you guys are protecting so dearly in the plea fifth?
go ahead. Plead the fifth.
Go ahead, plead the fifth. Plead the fifth. All right, here's my last one. Here's my last one, and we'll all take a vote. We'll end it here. All right, PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation. I'm gonna say that real fast, real quick. Uh-oh.
Y'all see my TV right there? You see it's by my TV?
I see that. I've been seeing. I was gonna say something.
I see it. I see the PlayStation.
Look
Okay,
at Barry
okay.
though. Look at Barry.
We already know what son's I'm gonna be on.
Come on, man.
Another
Y'all know what I'm
episode.
rocking, man. Y'all know what I'm rocking, man.
Another
PlayStation
episode.
all day, shorty. Y'all know what I'm rocking. Y'all know what I'm rocking, man. PlayStation. Big PlayStation fan.
PlayStation. You already know.
I know we got to end it, but quick question: Who went the rainbow?
Me, Rainbow.
Oh, everybody.
I did not go to Rainbow.
You ain't
I did
gonna.
not go to
Wow.
Rainbow.
Lame alert. Lame alert.
I met some of my greatest friends there at Rainbow. And matter of fact, speaking of Chase and the Rainbow, wow, Chase, he probably remember this. I used to get so upset, competitive, because he always beat me in tic-tac-toe. Him and Devin Jones. Always beat me, man. I couldn't beat him in tic-tac-toe. I'd be like, why y'all beating me? It's made me so mad. But yeah, I was Rainbow.
It's okay, Thurgood, because I used to beat Chasen in his backyard on his chain net fence, on his chain net, on the basketball. Me and Chris, we used to demolish Chasen. See, if we would have stuck with it, we'd be better than Chase. People be talking about us instead of him, but we had to sit off to the side.
We know it's true.
Yeah, so we already know how that is. But
Let him do that.
Marshall
Also,
Cap, he is
before
not
we-
no hooper. I remember that interview.
Thurgood,
You was
tell me
broke.
about
You
me.
was broke.
Thurgood,
I don't care.
tell him-
I'm
Thurgood,
always remember that
Thurgood.
day. That interview,
Thurgood.
you weren't hitting anything.
Thurgood, tell this man I'm Ray Allen from the 3-point line. Tell this man
Oh, that's
I'm
cap.
Ray Allen from
You're not
3-point
Ray
Which
line.
Allen,
year?
first of all.
Which year?
You're not Ray
Thurgood,
Allen.
I'm not-
Stop.
Which year?
You're not Ray
Thurgood,
Allen.
I'm
Yeah.
not Ray Allen from
No, you're not Ray Allen. No,
Thurgood, I'm not Ray Allen from the 3-point
no,
line.
you're not Ray
I'm
Allen.
not Ray
You
Allen.
are you are Mike Beasley.
He ain't Ray Allen,
I ain't Ray Allen.
but Marshall, when you get his hot streaks, you gotta put your hand in his face.
I'm the same way.
It sounds like a bunch of haters.
When I get hot,
in this
it's
little-
over with.
little-
Thurgood know I'm
little-
you know.
Allen, man. What?
Thurgood know I'm nasty with the rock. Thurgood know I'm nasty with the rock.
All right,
And that wasn't even in my prime. I was still coming up.
See,
So
we ain't talking about
and
all
he
that.
know I was going what?
Now you talking about primes.
I was going crazy.
Now we talking about primes.
Man, look.
I don't care if he's 12 or not.
I'm gonna beat son up just because Jabari talking about how cold he was.
Hey,
I'm gonna
man.
beat you up, son.
We got to beat y'all in basketball.
We can
Don't
do that.
don't do
Mentors
it.
versus
Don't do it.
mentees. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
let's we gonna have to set this up. Mentees versus mentors.
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna have to
Y'all
run
y'all got to score to win.
That's easy.
Oh,
that's so easy.
Oh,
Super
what?
slide.
That's
I'm
so
locking
easy.
son down. I got lockdown defense, and I'm
We
rallying
got
from
one
3-point
game.
line,
We gonna play
so
one game, and that one game is gonna be what I told you.
little ass muscles. Put that little ass arm down. I do, Thurgood. Before you get out of here, Thurgood, we have to give a shout out to Michelle Guy,
Shout out.
5'2" in heels. What 5'2" in heels?
Yes.
5'2" in heels. I want to make sure I'm saying it right.
I think it's 5'2" in heels, I believe.
5'2" in heels. Got to give a shout out to Michelle Guy. Like legit, one of not only is she a bomb stylist, she'll get you right. Make sure y'all hit her up if y'all need for your fashion and your styling needs. Hit her up. But she was also like one of the people who really motivated me to want to continue running track and to eventually transition into coaching track. Michelle Guy, Lachelle Guy, Shelly Moore Guy, like the whole Guy family, they really like pushed me from 18 years old to
George,
want
great
to
guy too. Great family.
man.
Sorry.
The whole Guy family is just like a second to none and like just phenomenal people. But shout out to Michelle and 5'2" in heels. Shout out to Lachelle and Miss Shelly Moore Guy. And the Rock Island Striders, man. Like,
Yes.
if it wasn't for the Striders, if it wasn't for the Striders, I would have never met Son. If it wasn't for the Striders, I wouldn't have ran in high school. And like, let's just be real. If it wasn't for the Striders, my brothers, Thurgood and Chris, would be state champions because I wouldn't have been able to look at that little footage. Because I told Son about this. I watched online, and then I called Chris and Thurgood up like, hey, if y'all want to win, this is what y'all gonna have to do. And that boom, cack, pow. Next thing I know, state champions with the record.
For a year.
And Thurgood still rock his ring to this day.
Hey, y'all see me interviews. I put it on interview time. You know, it's right here. I know. And Jabari and Marcellus, it has a RI on it. Okay. And
Okay,
next to it,
we would have had our little M on it. We would have had
next
our
to
little
it,
M on it.
I know y'all would have, but mine does, and it has state champion next to it, and on top of it is RI. Y'all want to see it?
No,
Let's see
I
it.
don't want to see
Yeah,
it.
yes, let's see it. Let's
No.
see it. Let's see
Y'all
it.
want me to go get it?
I want to see it.
Yes, please. Show them that good old
Jabari
RI
got
flavor.
that Odell Beckham here going on.
Oh, me, I do. We didn't tell you, did we, Marshall? That me and Son, we set the record at Moline for the 4x2.
Oh yeah, we did. I forgot about that.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
That's
we hold the
lit.
record for the
Y'all
4x2.
still have it?
Oh my
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
fancy.
That's what you get when you are a Rock Island Strider. That's what happens.
That's hot. I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out to the
That's
Striders.
hard. That's
Yeah.
I
deep.
wanted to be a strider, but I never did it. I thought it was cool. I ain't started running track until 7th grade.
Hey, I was Jabari. Your whole until I was a senior, literally, I was quote unquote anti-track. That's part of like some things I'll make fun of. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, track's stupid, y'all, whatever. I'm a football player. I play a real sport. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I always respected them guys, you know what I'm saying? But had we not won a state championship in football, or had we not lost, excuse me, and got upset in the playoffs, Crete Monet,
I
would never competed for track because I went out for track because before I got to high school, I think my freshman year was the first year Rocky had lost conference in boys track in like 14 years. I remember that being talking to school as a freshman. Like when it happened.
Yep.
Dang.
Yep.
So they didn't win my sophomore year. They didn't win, and then they didn't win my junior year. So I was like, as a senior, I was like, well, I'm about to graduate. I want to compete. I want to hang out with the guys. Why not why not take track seriously and go win conference?
Track is
because we didn't win conference in football either. We got upset by Allman. And so I was like, man, I can't leave senior year without winning conference at least. So I'm gonna compete for my high school. And then for me, and honestly, in my head, I was thinking, okay, if we win conference, that'd be like a state championship for me because we're bringing a conference championship back to Rock Island where it has been vacant for the past 2 years. So we could say my senior year, we brought it back. That was my thought. Never really considered that I'll be a state champion until you got involved, got invested, learned about track, started appreciating more. I was like, dang, we got a chance to win. And then, like I said, Coach Lewis was awesome. I had to really tap in because, my first year running track, I had to learn so much. The learning curve had to be so quick. And MG was cold, Chris was cold, Vontae, Derek, everybody helped us out. It was a great experience.
Shout out to Brandon Richardson.
Shout out to little Brandon. Freshman came in clutch. Anyway,
yes.
It was the same way. It was the same way for me my senior year because we ain't win a conference championship and
it was like
since Michael Jackson
years.
came up with Billie Jean or something like that.
Yeah. Marshall, you used to have me messed up though.
He said you haven't messed up.
I got you prepared for high school.
He had me out there running 400s, dying in 5th to 6th grade. I wanted to kill everybody on the striders after every race.
Marshall try to have everybody run 400s.
He get on my nerves.
Marshall, he was still running 400s at Moline, and they almost went to state for that.
And I know he wasn't. Let me tell you why I did that. When I was a sophomore in high school, when I was an 8th grader in middle school, getting ready to go to high school, Lachelle Guy, she had me sign up for 5 events: long jump, there was a medley, the 100, the 200, and the 400.
I love the medley.
And she was like, Marshall, you can only do 4 events, so you need to pick which one you're gonna get out of. I said, easy, drop the 400.
She said,
no, you will run that 400 because when you get to high school, you're going to be running 400s. And I was like, no, I'm not. She said, she looked at me, she did this, she popped her gum twice. She said, you're not dropping that 400. She turned around and walked away. Since that day, anybody who I've ever coached who was running track in high school level, they was going to be running 400s. I did it to Tank, and Tank went and was a beast at Rocky. I did it for Son. Son was beasting at Moline. I did it with all of my kids, even like my younger kids like JJ, little Jeremiah, little Adam, Skylar, like anybody. I don't care if you were 6 years old. I had all the kids from 9 all the way to 18. Isaiah Ellis, who they call him Megatron. He was a beast. I coached all those guys, and I was like, y'all are going to run 400s because when you get to Rocky, you're going to be running 400.
Isaiah was
they didn't want to
stupid
believe me.
good. Isaiah was stupid.
Isaiah
good.
was naturally gifted.
It was disgusting. Like I put that on everything I love. It was disgusting.
His brother ran with as part of that relay. His older brother was part of relay. It won a championship with us. So it's in their family. But Isaiah was amazing.
Man,
and I don't know if y'all know Mario Rogers or Marion Rogers.
Yeah.
He was 13 years old running 23 200s. I'm like,
crazy.
Boy, you running faster time than some high schoolers.
Exactly.
Like I remember going to a Chicago meet, and I'm like, you gonna run this 200? And he got in that 200, and that boy. And
Mario
then I had the
Rogers,
twins,
the one that dark
with the little big old afro.
One that's a senior right now. He's fast, but he don't do track no more.
Thurgood, I wish I was in town because I put my foot on his neck. That boy.
And you trying to like focus on football?
Beast on the track.
Look, I tell all my kids, and I coach. What do you do in the spring? Baseball? No. Go do track.
Yeah, man, they can only get you better.
If you think about it, as a football player, track is also helping you out with your first off your core and all that.
Explosiveness.
And it's keeping you your explosiveness. It's keeping you active.
Man,
like if you're not gonna play another sport after football over with, if you're not gonna play basketball after football over with, you might as well just go ahead and do that track during the little fall break or whatever. Not fall break, but like you feel me?
Keep that athleticism going. You don't get lazy at all.
And you gonna get quicker. You're gonna be faster on the football field. Ain't nobody gonna be able to touch you.
Jabari, Marcellus, literally, I agree 100%. Look at this. This is what I mean. That's what I mean by the appreciation I gained from track. Had I not ran track my senior year, I would have not walked on to be a Division I football player at Southern Illinois.
Man,
when I tried out, I was the only one who made it out of like 90 kids that tried out. But I made it because I ran a 4.4 and a 4.5 40 twice in our sprints. You feel me? If I didn't run track, I wouldn't have had the form and I wouldn't have been that fast. You feel me? And so I made it because my 40 and I can jump out the gym.
I seen that during King Center days.
That is, I needed track to do it. And so it made me a better football player, even then when I became a football player. After doing track as a senior, and then now I'm a football player in college. In that fall, I saw the difference in my abilities on the field. And I'm like, dang, I should have did track earlier.
Exactly.
Man, track is an amazing sport. It's 90% mental, and it is an individualized sport. But at the end of the day, it can help you in so many different levels. Like it helped with my flexibility, it helped with my stability, it helped with like just my overall stress. Like because you spend so much of your mindset just trying to focus on, excuse me, completing the race or like what do you got though? Or like your jump, or like because I hurdled some too. So like that, keeping your pacing in between hurdles and keeping your footing down. Like it was so many different things that play a factor into it. Like so, track is such a sport that is underrated. I couldn't think of the word I was looking for. Underrated.
Big facts.
Because like they don't in America, basketball and football are the golden standards.
Oh man, unfortunately, I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with that, but and not to even keep it going on track for forever, but not only did it help me with my athletic ability, but it helped me become a better leader. It helped me persevere, have more perseverance, more resiliency, all that, like everything. It helped me up here. It helped me up here for sure.
Yes.
Shout out to my coach.
Because like it helps with multitasking. Like you don't really think about how like I played football, I played basketball, I ran track. But in track, like there's so many different things you're not trying to anticipate, but you also have like if you're in a relay, you got a teammate coming, you got to make sure you grab the baton, but you can't grab it too soon. You can't not grab it soon enough.
It's great.
You got to make sure you get it in this time frame. Same thing with your jumping. You got to get your step down right. Yes, you have to be relaxed. Like you can't run tense. You can't fight. Like you have to have like damn near perfect.
Your body.
What's that form I always tell you?
Cheek, man. Cheek, man.
Cheek to cheek.
Cheek to cheek.
I remember that.
I remember that. Cheek to cheek. Get your hands cheek to cheek, man.
As a football player, when I ran, my base was so wide.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to accelerate my understanding. I had to run more narrow.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I had to.
Yep.
You follow me, and then
Yep.
I mean,
Man,
yeah.
it's great.
Like, and then like in football, your first mindset is like when you get that ball, you want to cover it up.
Mm-hmm.
In track, you got to be wide and up. You got to have
Got
You
that
had
to.
chest
that
up.
chest up.
Everything got to be up. You,
Man,
It's all about
totally,
posture.
yeah. In basketball, you kind of hunch down a little bit. You're trying to guard the ball, make sure anybody get into you. And
track is an
track,
art.
you're up
It's an
there.
art.
Even
It's an
when
art.
you're down in the blocks, you're still, your chest is still up. Like it's
Track
always, everything is
is
about
a
form and
art.
posture.
It's an
Yes.
art.
It's not for everybody. Anybody
It's
can do
not.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody cannot stay with it though.
Exactly.
Like you can get started, but like only the real will actually stay with it because there's so much to it. Shout out to Trackman. Shout out to Ed Lewis, man, the greatest track coach in the world. Like
We had to get on. We had to get on so many freshmen, like when they was trying to do the relays, because they just like they didn't know timing at all. They and like they used to frustrate me. Like how don't y'all know? Like get this right. Come on.
Like no lie. So when I came out, I went for track. I wasn't supposed to do the 4x1, right?
Mm-hmm.
I came out to run the 200 and to be on the 4x2 because I figured like I was stronger. I was a stronger guy, and I could carry my endurance probably and use my strength to finish. So I ended up becoming a pretty good 200 runner, right? But because like my guy Shy messed his arm up and some other stuff happened, I got thrusted into the 4x100 relay before our first meet, the Moline meet, his first outdoor meet.
Yep,
and so the week before that meet, I got thrusted into doing the 4x100 relay. And so they put me at the anchor because they wanted me just to only worry about getting the baton and running.
Yes.
Not because I was the fastest, because that's the easy thing to do. So, bam. So our first meet at the Moline meet, Vontae starting. He passes to Derek, who passes to Chris. I'm last.
I was at this meet.
And when I tell you, like, first of all, you know, it's my first meet, varsity, first time doing track. So I'm confident. I'm always confident, but like, you know, anxious. You know how that go. Anxious. Formula 1 is early. You know what I'm saying? I'm
It was early.
So I'm okay.
The first sprint of the night of the day.
Like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna win.
Game time.
I'm the fastest guy on the team. I'm on the track. So I go to my spot. I'm ready to go. Gun go off. Boom. Vontae is moving. I'm like, okay, moving. I tell you, okay, moving. He give it Derek. Boom. Gone.
Leave.
Gone. Like, bro, I'm not exaggerating, y'all. I'm telling you the truth. Marshall was there. Like, Chris hit that corner. He coming in fast.
Corner assassin.
Coming in fast, and it's not assassin. It's not like a practice. It's not like a practice. Y'all know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, bam. Now all this. I leave when I leave, man.
Yep.
The win. Oh, okay. I just can't fuck this up. I get the time we're gonna win. Boom, I left Chris too early. In the paper, it shows Chris rolling over and me like, and then now everybody's eventually start passing me.
Right.
What I'm getting at is that was my first real time action football 100, and then it ended up being ending as a championship. But I'm saying is, like, you don't know until you do it, really, and learning on the fly is so like that experience. Like a track for me, I learned how much you can do in a certain amount of time if you dedicate yourself to it. Because Marshall would tell you, like personally for myself, my track experience, I had to learn so much in that time frame, like so much, and I had to, like, I don't know, I had to, like, it was weird. I had to change a lot about my body, my movements, everything, and it shows in that example of like that first meet because they was moving. We was gonna break a record. Like we was gonna break a record. Like when I got the baton, I don't know where it was, but we was gonna hit 40. I'm thinking low like 40. We about to hit 40, like for sure. Like they was moving. Like Vontae, Chris, and Derek was three of the fastest, like top 15 100-meter runners in the state.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
No, like, so to hell what I am, it don't matter. They fast as hell. So,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
but that was a great experience, though. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's all
Nah,
good,
you good.
man. It took me back, and it was just
I'm
a little
a
bit
football player. Talking about
couple years
track.
ago.
Yeah, because track is where it's at.
Great
Track is
experience.
where it's
Track
at.
on me.
Great experience.
Shout out to Justin Gatlin, Tyson Gay, Allison Felix, Cyan Richards Ross, some of my favorite track and field athletes, Carmelita Jeter.
I remember Justin Gavin.
Like, shout out to y'all.
Remember my spikes? The ones that you said there was the Tyson Gay
Tyson
spikes?
Gaze, oh man, them Adidas, yes sir, yes sir.
I used to zoom in them.
Oh,
boys,
Adidas,
too.
yeah, Tyson, man, the fastest man in America. Yeah,
Man.
shout out to Tyson Gay. Wallace Spearman, shout out to him, the greatest 200, one of the greatest 200 runners. And of course, you can't forget. I can't forget
Jesse
what is his
Owens?
name.
Or Usain Bolt?
No, Michael.
Johnson.
I know you're talking about. I just can't think of his last
Michael
name.
Johnson.
Michael Johnson.
I couldn't think if it was Jackson or Johnson. I knew it was Michael something with a J. Shit, the nigga was fast, 200 and 400.
Corey, how tall are you?
But anyway,
I'm 5'7.5", 5'7".
This
boy,
man
you're
5'7".
No,
Listen.
for real.
5'7" and jumping over 6'2".
Oh yeah, that was.
I remember his first time doing that. We was in the ISU indoor meet.
Yeah, we was.
Like that was the hypest
Son, you
moment.
high
for me.
jump?
Terrible
easy.
form. It was my first year, senior year. Yeah.
It's not easy at all.
I thought I could do it. I could jump high, but nope.
I know it's such.
That's what I
too much
thought. That's exactly what I
technique
thought. Too much technique. So I was like, nope, I'm gonna stick to what I know. I'm a sprint guy. I'm gonna stay with sprints.
I'm not even a one-leg jumper in the first place.
I know that's hard.
Oh, me.
It's very hard.
Like my very first, I went to go sign up for track, and no, my freshman year, the basketball season ends right when outdoor season begins.
Mhm.
So I ended basketball and went into track. I went to go to track practice, and Ed Lewis saw me. He said, "Oh yeah, you look like a pole vaulter."
Ooh, I can't do that. I'm too scared.
I ain't no
See,
pole
big. I look
I
like
ain't no
dude.
pole vault. I ain't pole vaulting on nothing.
I'm gonna go to the
Like, you
restroom. I'm
not
gonna go to the
gonna get
restroom really
15
fast.
feet in the air on a pole.
First off,
Shit.
my upper body strength is horrible, so I am not gonna be able to do no pole vault.
I'm finna go to the restroom
Izzy,
really
at the-
fast. Really
All right,
fast.
son. In high school, I was only 140, 150 pounds.
Mm.
I was minuscule. I was 5'8". I was skin and bones with a big ass head. No, but I don't know why you think I'm finna be pole vaulting anything. Edward Lewis. No. I'm gonna stick on this track running these sprints. You can put me on a couple relays if you like.
I almost
Yeah,
became a hurdler,
was
but
sprinting.
I'm hurdling. I just
I was a hurdler.
I ain't trying to
I
hurt.
hurdled.
I couldn't.
I heard
He was trying to get me
only
into it. I was like,
Sterling
no,
relays though.
I ain't
no.
trying
Them Sterling relays, man.
I stuck to my
relays,
4x1, the 4x2, and the 200. Those is my three, and I stuck with
Mm.
those.
ain't doing no hurdles. My sister Tasha, she did hurdles when she was in high school, and she's come home with scraped knees and stuff. That scarred me for life.
Yep.
My brother,
You be hurt,
my brother'
like-
wife had like injured herself doing hurdles. I think she like broke her ankle or something like that. I was like, nope, this is why I'm not doing hurdles.
I bruised my Achilles doing hurdles, and
See?
it still affects me to this day.
One
Still
little
hurts.
step can mess up everything
Feels
for
so
you.
much
Hurdles.
better.
Mhm.
One little step.
I can fall on a football field. I can even fall on a basketball court. I
I'm
ain't
not
falling
falling on track.
Nah,
No, the track burn.
That track fall is something different. It's something different about that track fall. It's almost worse than concrete.
man.
Like I almost rather fall on concrete than on track.
Like
Also,
Yeah.
also a track
Yeah.
fall is similar to when Ti fell on ATL. It's kind of embarrassing. Ain't nobody trying to fall on the track. Ain't nobody trying to fall on the track, man. Everybody looking at you like. Then you get up like.
Like
the most falls came from them hurdles because everybody would get their foot caught on that hurdle and they'd just get the doop 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 doop.
Then be the funniest falls though.
Yes,
They be
do.
the funniest ones.
They do.
I can say I never fell on the track. I'm proud of that.
You need to.
I'm
I'm proud of that.
Like I said, an example, I'm caused one with Chris, so he fell. I didn't fall, so that's good.
I definitely failed. But
Another thing that would be embarrassing is if somebody failed like when they came out the blocks. Like once that gun go off and you just fall coming out the blocks, that's embarrassing.
I wouldn't.
It ain't never
I
happened
wouldn't
to
even
me,
check
but
anymore.
I was on me. You come out the block. And then,
I
look,
quit.
and the crazy thing is, that's probably one of your best starts, but you fall. Like,
Definitely.
no.
Yeah. I'd have to quit.
Mm-mm.
Like, yeah, I'm
I'd have
off the
been.
team.
I'd be
I'll
like,
holler
Coach,
at you
I'm
later, Coach.
good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I appreciate all
Well-
y'all. I ain't even wrapping it up. I mean, unless y'all want to or whatever, but I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna continue to go back to watch this video because like I've been telling Marshall and Jabari, Thurgood, I'm currently going through something on my own right now, but it's a small thing to a giant. But just being able to talk to y'all, man, it really uplifted my spirits, and it's helping me. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm a constantly go back to watching this video, man, because I'm gonna laugh at it, and I just appreciate y'all for doing this. Thurgood, I appreciate you for coming
My
through.
son is so
keeping doing
damn
this.
sensitive.
No,
No,
for sure.
it's
I
my
definitely am.
privilege to come
I
on.
definitely am. Appreciate that for real. You
I had a good
y'all
time
definitely helping me.
today doing that.
Appreciate
Hey,
it.
this, like you said, Marcel, I really appreciate it, those words and whatnot. But this took me away from the fact that I got to spend some money on my car here, and I got to get my car together. So I appreciate y'all, help me out with that, but I had fun nonetheless. It was legit fun. I didn't think about my car until just now. So
That's good. Yeah.
Very good.
It's
You remember the
legit,
Jabari rule?
Legit fun.
yeah, I remember the Jabari rule. Put your shoes on.
Put your shoes on.
That was
bro.
too funny.
Jabari
That's too
always had
funny.
his shoes off.
No, it wasn't an always thing. Like, when something
Listen.
happens, when something happens, now you gotta okay, we can't do this shit
Oh,
anymore.
you got to make it a
Jabari,
rule.
you messed us
Yes.
up. So Jabari, I think I told him to put shoes on when you was doing about. I didn't care. I didn't think you'd get hurt. Really, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get hurt, Jabari, but you don't think you're gonna get hurt. So he got his shoes off, running around what he be doing. Now you done.
He the one that got glass in his foot.
Yeah, I'm the one that had got stitches on the bottom of my foot.
Now staff meetings. Like, well, what happened? Man, okay. Jabari had his shoes off, and he's running outside. Yeah, he had his shoes off, running outside. So yeah. All right, so now we gotta tell your mom what happened. How about
Right.
tomorrow? All right, look it, Jabari. We got a new rule. It's a Jabari rule because I take it from basketball. Like like the bird rule, for example. Basketball, how they got the bird rule for free agents or whatever.
Yeah.
Now we got a Jabari rule. Keep your shoes on your feet.
Every time you walk into that room, all you see is that on the white on that chalkboard. Like I used to do a lot of dumb stuff.
How
I'm
the
not
staff
gonna lie
meetings
to you.
go? I don't want to hear about why I had a kid who didn't have the shoes on. Hey, Jabari, I gotta hear about you all day after y'all leave. You created a rule, so we're gonna name it after you, so everybody knows this is why we had this rule.
Bad.
It's Jabari's fault, but it was fun though. It was fun.
Jabari-
I remember I rolled my ankle playing basketball, knowing I shouldn't because it was raining outside, and we were supposed to go in anyway. But I rolled my ankle.
I remember that.
And I had
So
some Adidas on too.
Jabari was bad.
Jabari gave no. Jabari was not bad. No, Jabari was not bad. I'll say no.
I was a headache for sure.
He's a headache, but me, you weren't bad because I saw is you was a leader, but you just needed to learn. Kids would follow you. You feel me? And so I didn't think you were intentionally trying to be bad. Leaders lead. Leaders are gonna do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also leading you right now. So I gotta teach you how to be a leader. So you know what I'm saying? So that rule, Jabari rule, I couldn't do every kid oh, this is I'm gonna use her name, but I probably could use her. This is my Keija rule. You feel me? Because not every kid's gonna respond to it like that. But if I say it's a Jabari rule, Jabari might get a little upset by it, but he going, oh, I got my own rule. So we're gonna take care of it. I'm gonna keep my shoes on. It's funny, but your shoes is on because now you took ownership in it. You feel me? So now you're learning how to lead by this unfortunate circumstance of you cutting your foot up because you know better. It's serious. You know what I'm saying? And now I got a rule behind it. So now I can speak to this in this joking manner. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think he was bad. I just think it's about with any kid. I don't think kids are bad. With any kid, you have to, if you're a teacher or a camp counselor or coach, whatever it is, you have to be like, okay, this is what's going on. Okay, we got to flip it with the situation and turn to a good. You got beat deep in the football. Okay, technique was poor. Kenya Yancey. We got got blew out East St. Louis, right?
Mhm.
In the playoff game. He had 2 picks that game, but he also got mossed on twice. But he got picks the next possessions. And the first pick he got, before that, he got mossed on. Duke caught a one-hand pass on him on the sideline. I look at Kenyon on the sideline. I'm like, came back to me. I said, Kenyon, great coverage. He scored on you, but I guarantee you this, Kenyon, next time he throw the ball on you, like, you're getting a pick. I believed him, but I didn't necessarily know. But he literally got a pick the next time. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's about, and I coach him up, tell him what was going on, but it's about helping, putting in position and believing and giving him ownership behind what's going on.
Right.
Let him do it.
And sometimes you have to do it subliminally, because like what I used to do with Son is people, the whole school knew that Son was my favorite. Everybody in the school knew. The teachers knew, parents knew, principal knew, the kids knew, everybody knew, and I didn't give a shit. Like, yeah, he was my favorite. That's why I called him Son. I also called him Son because I saw the leader in him. I also saw that he was the one that all the kids wanted to be like and all the kids wanted to hang out with.
Mari.
So what I would do subliminally is I would get on Son's neck about everything I didn't want to see happen.
I used to wonder why. I'm like,
everything.
Yep.
He might be doing absolutely nothing.
Yep.
And I see another kid doing something. I'm gonna get on my son about it. Son, why in the hell are you A, B, and C?
Yep.
Because I'm getting on his neck about it. The kids, you gonna get Mr. Marshall gonna get on his favorite about that? Oh, I'm not gonna do that. So I played sometimes you have to play mind tricks on the kids to get the point across. So one of the mind games I played is Son was always in the wrong. Son did never, and so I could do that to him.
Wow, he
because
just not revealing this to me. It makes sense.
So here's the thing, though. One, I knew he was strong enough to be able to take it and not be hurt about it.
Yep.
Number two, I knew that at the end of the day, no matter what I did to him, he knew it was all love. There wasn't no harm or malicious coming or malice coming from it. Number three, because now here we are 10 years later,
by the grace of God. By the grace of God. Let me say that, by the grace of God. And I'll say that 100 more times.
Boy, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up.
For sure.
And so so what I could do then is I could, his teacher will always be like, Mr. Marshall, your son is up here cutting up in after school program. I go up there and I look from the door. This is what I do. I look from the door. He wouldn't know I was looking, and I'd see him in there acting a fool. I open the door. I jiggle the little handle and open the door, and then he in there trying to sit like a perfect angel because he knows it's me coming in. So I'm like, "What you doing, son?" I ain't doing that. I'm just doing my work. And then he showed me that because he would do his work.
Yeah,
he would show me he did his work. So he showed me his work
like that. Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yep," because he thought he was slick as hen piss.
Yep.
But what he didn't know is that I was already watching him at the door and had saw everything he was doing. And then when I questioned him about it, he tell me he wasn't doing it, even though I already knew the answer. So then it kind of weighed out. So when I got on his neck about him doing something he wasn't doing, it just made up for me not getting on his neck for something that he had already did. Because just like that's just what parents do.
Yeah.
Like you know the kid is doing something, but you don't get on the neck about something that they ain't doing because you know they did something to deserve it.
And look, and Jabbar might say this, and I'm sorry, Jabbar might say this too, about our experience at the camp. Mm-hmm. So when I was a camp counselor and I was in charge of my staff, right? And I told them our goal is to, by the end of this camp, I said our job is going to be hard the first week or two. Mm-hmm. But by the time the end of this camp's over, it's going to be easy. We're going to be doing nothing. And they're like, what do you mean? Because usually it's the opposite. Usually it's the honeymoon period. You have great time the first weeks. And then by the time the summer's over, we're like, man, these kids got to go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And so when I told them that in the beginning. And in order to do that, we were so hard on the kids, at least I was, so hard on the kids about we're going to be doing the right thing at the right time. We're going to have the best line.
Right.
We're going to have the best. We're going to be the best. We're going to be the best athletically. We're going to be the best, period. And then, in fact, any time a kid messes up, and to your point, I held like my Kedra, Jabari,
them days.
Tia, I can go listen with a lot of different kids. I held accountable for certain things, but ultimately within the whole group, I told the whole group, look, y'all kids, we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna do whatever y'all want. Really, we're gonna do some great stuff. I'm an open book. I don't want to keep hearing about this petty stuff. I won't say it like that. I don't want y'all telling me about Jabari's talking about somebody and making them feel bad. Because if I got to hear, it's over with. So what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna correct your problems internally, and then y'all gonna be a family. Because I said right here we are a city. We're like our own city, and we got to protect ourselves. And so if we want to go outside and play, or someone gonna do this, y'all gonna figure it out. And so by the time the summer is over, Jabari would tell you, and they probably didn't realize it. They were policing themselves. They were telling us what they wanted to do for that day. Yeah. We didn't have to plan. We didn't have to plan for nothing for the staff. We didn't have to do nothing. We didn't have we didn't have to fix no problems. Nothing, because they did it all.
Giving them that chance and opportunity to, to grow.
Yes.
It's important.
Yes.
It's important. Extremely important.
You have the reins real tight in the beginning, and then you're able to loosen it up towards the end because they've spent so much time keeping each other in check, because they know that if one gets it, everybody gonna get it.
Exactly.
Everybody don't want to get it.
Jabbar, we was straight. You probably realize now, the staff by the end of the summer, we were straight cooling.
Now that I think about it, yes, y'all was.
It was easy to us because now we just sitting there like, okay, and we knew y'all was getting into it. We knew y'all was like hitting and doing that. We knew that. We wasn't stupid. But y'all solved it. Y'all fixed it because y'all fixed it out. Y'all check each other on it. Now I don't got to tell Jabari mom that he is in trouble. So now Jabari's Jabari, he always in trouble. You feel me? I don't got to say that about his mom. Although Jabari probably hit somebody and cussed on the basketball court and some other crazy shit. You feel me? But they corrected it though.
Yeah.
We had the best
what
group
I used to
too.
do with my kids all the time. It's like what I used to do with my kids all the time is I used to always we had, especially when I supervised my group care home with all my teenage boys, we never had physical fights ever, because I made it. And with my BD kids, would always the same mindset. I would always say, y'all can argue all y'all want to. Hell, if y'all want to, y'all can fight. But keep this in mind: I'm not breaking up no fights. I'm not calling the ambulance, and I'm not administering CPR. So when them guns get to gapping, the first thing I do is go ahead.
Do if you want to.
Go ahead. And you know what happens? Not even 3 seconds later, ain't nobody yelling. They didn't come to a clear respect and understanding. I'm gonna go this way, you're gonna go that way, or we both gonna go this way together. And that's the end of it. Because 9 times out of 10, all that's happening is that one individual is flapping them gums so that somebody can get involved.
You already know.
So they look like the big guy. But if you just let the cookies fall where they fall, let the chips lay where they lay, you sit back and let them kids do their thing, they're going to handle it themselves. They're going to do it the appropriate way, because they already know. Like I make it very clear. Y'all can argue. Y'all can cuss if you want to. I don't care. Y'all can fight. But I'm not calling the police. I'm not breaking it up. I'm not calling the ambulance, and I'm not administering no CPR first aid. You on your own. And then I'm going to tell, and then all I'm gonna say is I didn't feel safe, so that's why I didn't break it up. And that's what I'm going to tell my supervisor. That's what I'm going to tell your parents.
And he keeps his job.
I didn't feel safe.
Jabari, I'm sorry, Marsh. We had an unwritten rule that staff could not come in our room, even Desmond, unless he was asked. For the reason you alluded to, MG. You know what I'm saying? Desmond would be like, can I come to the room? He'll text me or some shit. Or we had that glass, they'll come in, can we come in? You the supervisor, but we building trust in here.
Yep.
We do it here.
Yep.
So you know.
I remember you had changed our group name to it was like something Winers or something like that. And we got so mad at that. So I think that was another reason why we changed our ways, because we did not want to be called that.
That'll make
team
like
something like that.
label. That
And like
remember
the
that.
logo is
Man.
like a baby crying and all that. I was like, no, I'm not rocking with that at all.
Exactly.
But I wore with pride though. I knew y'all pissed, but I was like, we the whiners. Let's do it. I told
No,
everybody,
don't
we the
call us
whiners.
that.
They like, yes, we the whiners.
I hated that.
What I used to do to son is like I used to just grab the back of his neck and squeeze it ever so gently to where everybody around me, they just think I'm holding onto his neck, and I was like, "Oh, son, you doing so?" Whole time I'm about to squash his esophagus if he make one wrong move.
The crazy
And I
thing is, you
still
still
do
do
that
that today. Exactly. You
Yeah.
still do that.
I still do it to this day.
I seen you do that to
To
her.
everybody.
Some things don't change.
Yeah,
Put my hand right there, and I'm just like, "Oh, son, you just doing." Or, and I love this move. You grab that little fat piece right underneath that arm,
I
and
hated
you
that.
just come here, son. Oh, so you gonna act a fool? You gonna act a fool in this woman's classroom, huh?
See,
Get to talking through the teeth, You gonna cut up in this classroom, huh?
Corey used to get abused.
physically.
No bull crap.
I used to get
Son, they get
abused
abused.
mentally.
Hey,
I used to get abused mentally.
Yeah, I did a lot of mental abuse.
Hey, what was
But
parents' favorite thing to say? They turned out all right.
On me.
Exactly.
Look how I
We
turned
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 out.
out
out
better
all
than
right.
all right. Turned out better than, and we had a blast. We always had a blast, and lights on for learning
Yeah.
at Striders. And we used to be kicking it. We
Yeah,
used
we
to be
did.
kicking
Hey,
it.
It's
that's
cool.
funny because MG, we work with kids at the same time, but different places. MG would be like, I'd be like, Mark, you put your hands on these kids for real? I'm like, I don't do that to my kids, but I be hard on them. I no excuses. I don't care what the excuse is. If you're wrong, you are wrong. I'm not mad at you, but you're wrong. And there's no excuse to being wrong. Period. That's how it works. So if you're wrong, I'm gonna call you and be wrong, and I'm gonna tell you you're wrong. Everybody's gonna know you're wrong, but let's move forward from it. That's how
I used to get mad at him because I was wrong all the time.
Like
he
one
called me
of
out.
the things though, like I never had to get like extremely physical. Like I never punched a kid, never slapped a kid, never bit a kid, never scratched a kid, none of that
I
stuff.
would not hope you would bite a kid.
Boy, I'm just making statements here.
Okay, Marshall Tyson.
There. Like
Marshall Tyson.
Because when people say that I got physical, when the people hear I got physical, they're going to automatically assume that it's that part.
Okay.
So like, in getting physical would be like, oh, I'll bear hug the hell out of a kid. I will suplex the hell out of a kid. I will small child restraint right on that ass the hell out of a kid.
DCFS, he is just playing.
I'm dead ass serious. I will do that to a kid if one, they have physically assaulted me. That's number one. That they're gonna get put on their back because that's what we're taught. That's what we're taught to do. They're gonna get put on their back there. Number two, if they're a harm to themselves, if they're a harm to others, if they're a harm to the environment, they're going to get put down. Because at the end of the day, I have to come back here tomorrow to work.
Right.
I can't come back if I'm hurt. My staff members, they have to come back and work. These other kids, if something happened to them because this kid is acting a fool, I'm gonna look like I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So in that, I'll also learn other ways to be able to, like the peers policing one another, like having whoever my son was at the time. Like I had one kid, and I can't say names, unfortunately, but I had this one kid. He was 17 years old, about to be 18 in a couple months. And he was top dog in my program. And all the kids looked up to him and they was all scared of him. So I got to the point where, because he thought he was real tough. So I had to we went to the side room one time and I'm like, look, if you want to, this was you've been trying to test me, like what you trying to do? Like we got a clear understanding. He didn't want to do nothing. So then I told him, I said, from this point forward, anything that the kids do, that the other boys do,
it falls on you.
You're going to get the consequence for it.
Yep.
They're not getting consequence. You are. It's called peer accountability.
Yep.
So then what will start happening is when they acting a fool at school, because I can't be at the school with them for them 8 hours. So when they acting a fool at school, first thing he doing is he patrolling the hallways to make sure everybody's in their classroom. He going over to the time away room, make sure ain't none of our boys in there. He checking at the end of the day school sheets, make sure ain't no bad reports on it. Because he already know when it come back to me, if that's on it, he getting the consequence for it.
Yep.
And that's not
So
doing
he
nothing.
checking all that. He checking all that on the bus. He checking all that in the program, or at the gym, or when we at the fitness center, or when we go to the movies or whatever. He checking all that. He handling all that, so we could go out in public and be around normal kids and not have no issues. Like my kids didn't stand out. Like the only way people knew that they was with me is because they knew who I was and they knew what I did. That's the only way they knew. Beyond that, they didn't know because the kids' behaviors were so well and their peers held them accountable. So like now being able to have events and have my former kids who used to be the troublemakers or used to be the quote unquote bad kid to be able to come and volunteer and be able to help out and say, dang, Mr. Marshall, the things you did make sense now. The things you said make sense now. Like, I understand why you did what you did. I understand, like, I thought you was just crazy as fuck. Honestly, I just thought you was crazy as fuck. But no, it makes
Sometimes
sense.
that
Like,
was a
low-key, I
thought
am.
in my head.
I know it was.
I
I know it was.
thought the
Like,
man was shooting up before he came to after school program. Honestly,
like Thurgood, I used to tell y'all some stories, but these kids, like for real, like if you just sit and talk to some for about 3 hours about some of the stuff that I used to have them do, like when we played dodgeball, I was going for broke
he
in
tried.
dodgeball.
He used to try to kill me. And I never understood why. I'm like, we're kids, dude.
Don't care.
No, it's
Staffers kids.
What's wrong?
Y'all gonna play. Y'all play y'all games a little bit. We gonna watch y'all. We gonna make sure y'all do it right. And before we go to lunch, staffers, y'all. I mean, I'm blasting all of y'all best I can.
Man, that man tried to crush you.
Like
that man did not care.
like, it don't matter.
And don't have pissed me off that day because you definitely not gonna be on my team.
And look, I'm not aiming for the face. If I hit you in the face, get up. It's cool. Whatever.
Right.
You better go get some water. Go get
We
some
ain't
water.
crying over here.
Right.
We ain't crying over
Go
here.
get some water.
Like, it is what it
I
is.
used to light them kids up like Christmas trees with the 4 square balls. We didn't play with dots. We played with the 4 square balls.
Not yet.
Lighting people up.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, and you know, it makes everybody's job easier. It makes everybody safer. You know what I'm saying? And people, 9 times out of 10, people will act how they are treated.
I say it all the time.
Right.
You treat them like animals, they're gonna act like animals. If you treat them like kids, they're gonna act like kids.
And so it can be very easy and it's done more times than not, and that's why we have some problems we have. But it's very easy when you have like a quote unquote bad kid I'm referring to. It's easy to be like, all right, I gotta watch that kid. I gotta be on them, and just be a nuisance because they are doing what you don't want them to do. Versus being like, okay, I gotta be on them, but teach them, not just correct their behavior.
Right.
I'm not worried. I wasn't worried about correcting the kid's behavior. I was worried about calling out the behavior. Because you know better, you do better.
Exactly.
And then when I call you out on it, I'm not going to treat you like your behavior. I'm not going to say, you know what? I'm not going to say, you know what? You messing up. So you done for the day. And then matter of fact, or you mess it up. That happened before lunch, and then I come back. Remember you just did that? Okay, yeah. No, we ain't doing that. No, you messed up. I checked you on it. You pissed me off. It's cool. All right, let's move on.
So like my staff couldn't understand that sometimes. Like where I would like working at FamRes, I would say we ain't going nowhere for a week. You specifically a certain kid, you're not going anywhere for a week. And then the next day I take them to go get ice cream. They're like, why would you just said that they can't do it for a week? Like, why would you back up? You're gonna make them feel like their behavior is okay. Like, no. When you go down hard on someone, a kid's mindset is only like really gonna be able to fathom something for so long.
Yeah.
If you make the punishment too long, not only do they forget what they did, they forget why the punishment is there or what the punishment was for.
Exactly.
So you have to cater what you're doing to the specific individual.
And then all the while they forgot all that you said, they're still acting how they're being treated. So now all they know is, damn, I'm always in trouble. I'm bad. Damn. And when you're bad, quote unquote, you lose out on opportunities, field trips, I don't know, sports. So now you're bad next year, and you're bad the following year. And then when you leave school, where you have all this guidance and professionals and helpers, you go to the real world, try 18, you're just bad.
And you're so used to being it that no matter what the consequence is, it just goes in one ear and out the other. It just rolls off your back like water. You don't really care. Man, this is my last little reminiscent story.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all.
I had a kid with severe ADHD. I'll never forget. We was having a Super Bowl, but it was a Super Bowl. We was having a Super Bowl party. We had a bunch of food and cakes and cookies and all that. And this kid wasn't supposed to be participating, but I let him do it. He did take his meds. The boy was out of control. I went to Walmart, bought a yoga ball, big old yoga ball. And I put it in it's called a milieu, but it's like the living room. And I let him bounce on it. I said, you sit on this, don't get your ass up. Sit on this ball. And the entire Super Bowl, from the start of the game through the halftime show, all the way to the end of it, because I let him stay up to watch it. He sat on that ball and he bounced on that ball. And that was the stillest I've seen that boy sit in months. And it wasn't because I'm just this old soul Houdini person who knows everything about kids, but because I gave him another outlet to be able to exert some energy, to kind of still be who he is, but to exert that energy. The energy was exerted into the yoga ball as opposed to being exerted on the couch. Or as opposed to be exerted on another kid. Because there was another place to channel the energy and channel the emotions. And so it taught him that. So then as he got older and he left for me, when he went to school, whenever he was having it, like he didn't take his meds, so he just going. The teacher would call me, hey, can you bring the yoga ball up here? I take the yoga ball up to the school, and he bounced, and he'd sit at the desk and he'd bounce on the yoga ball. He'd get his work done. He'd have no issues. So it's like everything doesn't work for everybody. You have to cater what you do to certain individuals. However, exactly, because we're all different. We're all different with different experience. Like even you and I grew up in the same household under the same adults, with the same people. Siblings.
A lot of the same places at the same time.
A lot of the same places at the same time. A lot of the same friends. A lot of the same experiences. However, we still are two separate and different individuals who went down two different similar paths, but two different paths. Like we both went to two different colleges. We both worked with kids, but different sets of kids.
Styles.
We both have two different styles. Like you are all about the history. I don't give I care about it, but like that's not. But I'll watch a documentary though, especially if it's a murder documentary.
With y'all, hey, I used my kids during the summer day camp, especially when I was in college. Y'all was my guinea pigs. I ain't gonna to y'all because everything I was learning in this like behind preparing to be, I guess the one I'm doing now of being a mayor and everything else, all that. I was learning like, okay, you can create a community and get people to take on it. All right, how you do that? I told y'all how we did with Jabari. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. Thank you for letting me use y'all. I didn't know.
Didn't even know it.
No clue. No clue. Son, none the wiser. But look at it.
Didn't even know I was a lab rat.
What y'all got? What final words? A lab rat. What final words y'all got? Thurgood, you wait. Son. What final words y'all got for the people?
For the people.
Man, continue to persevere. That's what I'm all about. Continue to persevere. Things not gonna always go your way. Life ain't easy. No one ever said it'd be easy, but you continue to fight, man. You continue to wake up. Every day you wake up, it's a blessing in itself. You know what I'm saying? One thing I always say, since I was a kid, you don't have to be religious to be thankful. And I truly believe that. Just to, you know what I'm saying? I truly believe that with all my heart. You don't have to be religious to be thankful, just to be alive for another day, just to have food. You don't have to be religious, you know?
Yep.
Just be thankful. Just be thankful for what you have, because there's always somebody worse off than you. Even though you may think you have it bad, it's like I said, it's always somebody that's worse off and wish they was in your position. And while you trying to get out of position, somebody wish they can get in it. So man, just be thankful, persevere, man, and know that you can do anything you want to do. You just gotta stay in the fight, man. Stick with it.
Thankful perseverance.
Do anything you want.
Anything.
Yes.
What you got,
Anything is possible. Like KG said, anything is possible.
Right.
So
Anything is possible.
whatever you got your mind set on to do, don't give up on it just because somebody said you can't do it. Do what you want to do. Like that's it. Just do what you want to do. Skip what everybody on the outside saying. Don't listen to them. Like if they ain't trying to help you get better, don't listen to it. Do what you got your mind set to. That's all.
Because everybody can understand your life and your goals and what you want. Everybody can understand that.
I am going to lead the people with this. This is a saying that I told my staff every chance that I got. It's the 4 S's of life. Structure brings about safety. Safety brings about security. And security brings about success. When you have structure, when you have a schedule, a set mindset, this is what I'm going to do, this is how I'm going to do it, this is why I'm doing it, that's the structure. It makes you feel safe because you know exactly, you might not know what's going to come from it, but you know exactly what's going to happen. That's going to make you feel safe. When you feel safe, you feel a level of security. When you feel safe, there's a level of calmness. When you feel safe, you're open and welcome to new things. So then when you're open and welcome to that new things, to that security, that's when you're going to be successful. That's when the success comes, because you're open to the negative. You're open to the positive. You're open to the flaws and the fails. You're open to the successes and the wins. You're open to all of it because you're so secure, because you feel safe, because you have the structure. So structure brings about safety. Safety brings about security. Security brings about success. Cool guy.
Bet. Hey, if I may add nothing too long, take it personal, but don't take it personal. So Jay-Z said,
personal, but don't take it personal.
Jay-Z said, I told my uncle I'll sell 1 million records, and he told me I wouldn't. I sold 1 million records 1 million times. And his uncle didn't say that. His uncle didn't say that because he didn't say because he didn't believe in Jay-Z, because he didn't believe in his nephew. He didn't love his nephew. So he took it personal, but he didn't take it personal on his uncle because his uncles couldn't fathom his nephew being from New York, coming from nothing, selling 1 million records.
Right.
Crazy. You can't do that. Okay. So take it personal. So what you said, Jabari, whatever you want to do, go do it. But do it. And take it personal. By taking it personal means, Marcellus, persevering. It means being thankful for that uncle.
Right.
In relationships you have, utilizing how you can partner and get things what you need done. But every good and bad encounter, especially the bad ones, with people, don't take it personal, because most people are not malicious people. They don't know what they're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
These are some powerful words by the saints of God on this evening.
Great
the
episode.
doors of church. No, I'm just kidding. Thurgood, where can the people follow you on social media? Where can they keep up with everything about you?
Yes, sir.
And Thurgood for Mayor with a 4. That's my @ name for I'm looking at my card. I can tell. Instagram and Twitter, and then on Facebook you can follow. You can find me Thurgood for RI Mayor. And my website is thurgoodrimayor.com. You could go there. I have my vision on there. I have the space you can volunteer, donate, and you know we're going to be successful because not because of me.
Mr. Barack.
Links will be in the description.
Right. And not because of me.
Smooth,
No,
man. That's just a smooth man.
he is.
Right.
He is. Son.
Yes.
Where can the people follow you at?
Follow me on Instagram at Selly one time. That's Selly1X. Snapchat Selly_Flee. CELLI_FLEE. They're my two main little platforms. On my YouTube channel, most of all, at Selly CELLI. Go follow me, subscribe, like, comment, share the videos. It's great content, all that good stuff. And subscribe to this channel too. You can meet up Judge Podcast. A lot more great guests, all that good stuff. A lot more where that's coming from. Come on.
Dang, I know your social media handle. I don't know mine.
Right. Go ahead, son.
You can follow me on Instagram at JabTimesReal, JABXRELL. And then you can check me out on Snapchat, JAB.ARI5. And I mean, if you want to go check out my Twitter, go look at the, Barry5. That's it. And then you can also check me out on YouTube at Luna Games. I will be streaming tonight. So go ahead and watch that. You feel me? I got the times, but I'm still trying to figure that out. But yeah, just check me out on all those platforms that I announced. So that's it.
I'm like a proud dad when y'all get this shout out to our YouTube channel. I just be over here cheesing.
Crazy.
And y'all don't follow me on social media because if I don't know you, I'm not adding you. So you don't need to know myself. But you already know what it is. Hey, we gotta thank our special guest.
Appreciate you.
Mayoral candidate Thurgood and
Appreciate
the
it.
first.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Man.
It was fun.
Pleasure.
It was fun.
Pleasure.
It was fun. Thank you for having me. Before I leave, and I promise you this, it's not expensive at all. We're gonna go because I got to call get my car towed. How's Woodlow, aka Journey, doing?
Oh, she cool. She just got a job at Hy-Vee. She also going to school at Blackhawk. I don't know what her major is though, but she doing good. Her grades better than mine. So yeah.
How old is Willow? I still call her Willow. How old is Journey?
She 18. She'll be 19 this year.
Okay, not bad. Well, you talk to her till I say what's up.
Crazy.
I got you.
It's crazy, man. All
So
right.
once again, y'all, we got. Go ahead, son.
Selly. Or you want me to go ahead? Outro? Oh.
Yeah, say your name.
Oh, Selly.
Yeah, so
Selly.
hold on. Wait.
Oh my God.
So once again, we got
Selly.
Man, JB.
Okay.
Marshall go last.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I gotta go last.
I'm sorry. I'm Thurgood. I'm Thurgood.
I have to go last.
I
Okay,
didn't know it was like this. I thought like last time.
Also, that school that I got accepted to is a Catholic school. So
for real?
it's gonna be
What school?
Liberty University.
I bet.
Tell them what you're going for, son.
Oh my goodness. I am going for science and information with a focus on game design.
Oh, my son's so smart.
Yes.
How does that make me smart? Because my major is science and information. You said it the way I'm saying it?
No. Yes, just the way you say it sounds so it just spews articulation.
It does.
And I love it.
Science and information.
Man. I love it.
Yeah.
Science and information with the what?
Science and information with a background focus on game designing.
With a background focus on gaming design.
And it's also a business school too. So it's mandatory that we take a business class.
Yes, and that's what I'm about to add. I'm about to say, knowing that you're going to be able. You're smart not because of how it sounds. Marshall's right, but because the world is changing. Whether people realize it or not, and you're going to put yourself in a position to and be able to take care of yourself and not have to work a job. Because especially with how the world is, COVID showed it.
Man,
accelerated. COVID accelerated. So you're putting yourself in a great position to take care of yourself. and have fun. Be happy in life.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And while I learn the
So-
game design, I can also learn animation, something else that I want to do. So
Mhm.
You're gonna college is awesome. Science, whatever the heck you say is awesome. I'm not gonna lie, I can't even think of it. It sounds brilliant, like Marshall said. But remember this too, and you just remember it. But you're gonna get it whether you remember it or not. Think about college. You're learning the skills you need to be an adult. Being on time. When you read science information stuff you're learning, you're gonna be able to do information research and learn scientific information for anything, not just gaming. And that's gonna help with your animation and help with everything else you're gonna do in your life. So hone those skills, not just the topic matter.
Right.
Make sure you work just as hard as those skills.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
okay. I've been getting blessed with a lot of knowledge today. I've been getting blessed with a lot of stuff to help me out, and I appreciate the both of y'all. Y'all really helped me out.
For sure.
Oh, bet. Definitely.
You already know. Ain't nothing but love, son.
Likewise. I learn always from people. So
Every day.
Ain't no exception.
Every day.
And there you
So
guys.
we're gonna close this thing out. We're
Go
gonna
ahead.
close this thing out, y'all. So it's been another episode
Man.
of You Can Be the Judge of It podcast, starring, of course, we can't forget.
Is it
Man,
Thurgood?
come on. When I
Oh,
do
my
the
bad.
hand like this, son, you gotta go first.
I thought it was Thurgood. Oh, my
It's
bad.
son.
We don't know, but
Son,
look though.
Thurgood,
We don't
and then me.
know. We don't know, like, because we don't know how your screen set up. Our screen set up differently than yours.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, when I
So,
do like
you
this,
feel me?
son, you go first. So, son,
Sally.
actually,
Marcellus
let's go
Williamson.
Thurgood first.
Right.
Go
Okay, I go
Thurgood
first.
first. Thurgood, son, and then me.
All right.
Okay.
And then we'll close it out. Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So once again, we want to thank everybody for joining us for another episode and another podcast here on You Can Be the Judge of It podcast with our special guest.
I'm Thurgood Brooks, and I had a great time.
Mayoral candidate.
Mayoral candidate for Rock Island. Yes.
Yes.
Here we go.
April 6th vote.
Cool.
I for sure will be in there. Okay.
You already know who it is. It's your boy CELI. That's Sally.
I'm your boy JB.
And y'all already know who it is. It's your boy MG, aka MGZ, aka MG Too Cool, aka the Cool Guy. And once again, we want to thank you guys for joining us for another episode of You Can Be the Judge of It podcast.
See y'all on the next episode.
You know it.